Hey, shitheads! Welcome to Cyborg New Gods. I'm your game master, Dale, and I'm gonna be taking you dreckheads, you gutter punks, on a trip through the worst city in the world. And maybe, just maybe, you'll be able to do some good in this shithole. This is a Cyborg actual play podcast using the Cyborg OSR rules, available on DriveThruRPG or from Free League Publishing. Let's get right into it. Come on, punks! Shitheads! Stop slacking off! You're on the job, remember? You gotta crash the Virid Viper drug den, get the shipment of medicinal drugs for Dr. Tate, and get paid. When we last left off, you'd done the legwork, you'd discovered where the drug den is in an old abandoned block of flats in Undershon, the undersea commerce district, and you'd even secured a safe means in, with Ghost hacking into one of the Virid Viper's trademark bright green lowriders. So here we are, punks. You're driving down the main throughway through Undershon, the neon lights mixing with the bright green paint job of the car, causing it to almost glow with a radioactive sheen. The skyscrapers and the walls of neon and the endless streams of ads zoom by, and above you, moonlight filtered through the surface of the water dances on the surface of the cars on the road. A giant stingray slowly sails above you, casting its shadow down on the road below. What's your plan, punks?
Well, as I was saying before, we got two sets of gang colors that somebody with us should probably wear. And somebody should roll up and start drive. Just pull up and say, where are the drugs at? Somebody who'd be good at bullshit. Much as I'd love to volunteer, probably wouldn't fly. While this is going on, the rest of us will be standing ready, hiding, and ready to infiltrate.
That's right, and if I recall from last week, you were going to pass off the other two members of your crew as Alienson employees. Come to check the goods.
Maybe other one of the crew.
You're gonna be the conspicuous one here, Miss Animatronic Cat.
I'd be back up. But we can stop and purchase like a good suit for somebody who wants to bluff be an Alienson.
Yeah, if you got the creds. So, who's gonna get dressed in the Virid Viper gear?
Definitely not Jonathan. We're gonna be caught dead in it.
Oh, but you're so good at bullshitting. Oh, fine. Fuck it. Alright. I'll do it.
You'd be good. You got a sort of nondescript look about you.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Jonathan, since you're rejecting the Virid Vipers, I'm thinking you're the best candidate for a suit. You look like you might actually know how to tie a tie.
Oh, it's been a while, but you never really forget, do you? I don't know why I'm asking.
You never forget. It's like riding a hoverbike. So that leaves Paradigm and Ghost to dress up in the Virid Viper gear. Ghost doesn't even touch the jacket and the jeans when you throw them to her, Kitty. Instead, what she does is slam her thumb down on her cyber deck, and before your eyes, the outfit she's wearing flickers and is instantly replaced with Virid Viper getup.
Neat trick.
I look.
You look fantastic. You look like you're at home in leathers, really.
It's really weird, dude. Really weird.
Do you have a spare one of those? It occurs to me a holographic fake person could be useful for sneakier type bits.
Sorry, honey. Custom made.
Raspberries.
There will be time for Kitty to perhaps find one that's a little less effective than Ghosts.
I do take commissions.
Exactly.
Do you now? We'll
Gotta
talk.
make
I
that
know you
money.
can pour my rate, though.
You're good.
If Kitty's on the job with you right now, Ghost, she most definitely cannot afford your rate.
Aye.
So
This payment be peanuts.
that leaves Paradigm to sigh and in the back seat of the car start to pull the Virid Viper jacket over his usual attire, and luckily he happens to be just about the right sort of build for it to fit. It's going to suffocate your navel mouth a little bit, Paradigm, because you're wearing your normal clothing and you've slipped this gang jacket over it, and usually your normal clothing you've loosened it in such a way as to allow your navel mouth to breathe a little bit, but obviously the gang clothing is not at all equipped for this. And so as soon as you slip it on, you feel the lips of your navel mouth curl and it grits its teeth in contempt. And you silently apologize to it, promising to feed it something worthwhile later. And as you're slipping the jacket on and patting it down to make sure it isn't hanging too loosely off your frame, you feel something hard and sharp in one of the pockets. You reach in and you pull out 2 loaded auto-injectors. They're filled with a viscous orange substance. It's more like goop, less like liquid. As you turn the injector around in your hand, the substance sort of slides from one end to the other. There's no label on the injectors. However, if you would like to try to identify them, you can make a knowledge medicine check for me, or a knowledge streetwise. Alternative.
Tries.
Yep, gonna try.
I can do knowledge streetwise.
Well, that would be if Paradigm shows them to you.
Yeah, just letting you know.
There is also a doctor in the house.
There is also a doctor in the house. But Paradigm might not want to just, you know, show you that he's got these yet.
Yeah.
How'd you do, Paradigm?
What my knowledge? 18.
18, oh, okay, yeah.
Very nice.
Luckily, even though there's no label, you recognize the distinct look of the chemical within, and you realize that these are injectors loaded with sunset chalk. It's a very commonly used sedative in the types of back alley clinics and Reaper Doc shops that you've spent lots of time in since your ill-fated expedition into Ground Zero. Anyone who's injected with it must test toughness at DR14 or be unable to use violence other than in self-defense for D10 minutes.
I'm alright.
Alright. So, Jonathan, you've volunteered to be the well-dressed one. And you're also the one who's driving, so you take this opportunity to merge off the main road and start to guide the car down a boulevard along the edge of the Underjon Dome, and right there at the end of the boulevard is an upmarket boutique. The big neon sign constantly blinking on and off, showing you a line drawing of a suited salaryman holding a briefcase with a smiley face on it, and he's flashing you the thumbs up.
Well, it'll be the first time I've brought a suit off the rack, but when you're pressed for time.
Yes, they were tailored, bespoke to you in your previous life. This is probably the first time you've entered such a store, and as you step in through the glass doorway, a school of multicoloured fish flitters overhead, their scales reflecting the rainbow of neon signs around you. Does everyone else wait in the car, or do you want to embarrass Jonathan while he finds a acceptable bit of attire?
I think Ghost is giving a running commentary through comms.
Yeah.
There's be no reason to mess with that. Besides, Khadij's found the lowrider systems and is busy rattling the car.
Yep. So you all wait, except Ghost, as always, is hacked into Jonathan's retinal implants, and for the next 10-20 minutes you watch as Jonathan makes his way through the store, looking at the racks and the things on display with obvious distaste, muttering under his breath as he sorts through the suits and tries to find one that is at least a little flattering. All the while Ghost is giving a running commentary. Oh, he's going for the white one. Oh, no, he doesn't want the white one. Oh, no, that would make his curves look far too big. Definitely not accentuating him in the right places. Oh, a nice, tasteful grey. Yes. Oh, with a red tie. Oh, the salesman look. Indeed.
Is this being broadcast over the comms, or just to the people in the car?
Just to the people in the car.
Oh, thank God, okay.
But, Jonathan...
I don't think even Ghost is that belligerent.
Yeah.
But, Jonathan, please describe for me what kind of suit you end up picking for yourself.
Jonathan elects to emulate the higher-ups of the corp that he used to work for. It was very normal that he'd wander through the medical buildings, and they'd have bigwigs and such, just coming to check on things, as they really very much like to do. So he has a very traditional tuxedo-style suit with some adornments on the front and emblazoned with an illegible corp signature on the front. So they can't tell exactly where he's from, but it definitely looks corp-like.
Yeah, you're doing your best attempt at emulating a TG Labs executive, and it's a good thing that TG Labs and Alien's executives pretty much look identical. So
they all do.
You step out of the changing room in your get-up, and the woman who's manning the counter runs over and she looks you up and down and she says, just got the promotion.
Oh, I'm getting the promotion today, actually.
Oh.
This is to help win them over.
Oh, and you bought the suit before the promotion? Oh, that's ballsy. I like it. Well, let's hope let's hope you're not hurting for money before the promotion, because that one's going to set you back 50 creds.
You know, I'd really hate for my luck to change before I went to this interview. How do you feel about lowering it a little?
Go ahead for me, Jonathan.
Surely.
Make a presence persuasion check.
That is unfortunately a failure.
Do you want to glitch it if you really care about the money?
Nah, you'll get another 50 credits, whatever.
Yeah.
This glitch is vital.
You hand her your cred stick and she deducts the funds and the number ticks down in the corner of your HUD. And then she steps back and watches as you exit the store. And the rest of you sitting in the car see Jonathan step out onto the sidewalk. The pink neon light bathing this black greyish tuxedo, making it glow and making it look like it's an unfortunate shade of pink.
As he hops back in the car. Yeah, as he hops back in the car, he says, "Not a word. This isn't what I'd normally buy, you know."
Oh, not a word. Not a single word.
Perfect.
That's a big thing we should
And the
call.
woman there didn't even look after me. She charged me full price.
Well,
Oh, no happy ending?
Oh, absolutely charming. Fantastic.
What?
all right.
Internally,
Remember-
Jonathan's just thinking, let's get this over with.
Now remember your cover story. You be a big shot and you bully these lot into taking you to check out the operation. The only one who, if anyone asks you what you're about, tell them Evans knows who I am and why I'm here. And if Evans calls you on it, tell him that you've been noticing some discrepancies and you're just here to check up on things.
Indeed, he's, according to the intel you got at the old abandoned clinic, Evans is selling off Allianson's stock, and he doesn't think they'll find out, but he'll probably still shit his pants if he thinks they have.
This should prevent too many questions. The downside is if you scare him too much, he might try to have you murdered. So, it is a balancing act.
Well, that's why you're all here.
Do you really think I look that terrifying?
You? Nay, but you be the pseudopod of a much bigger nameless or named entity that he does fear.
Right, I will play it close to my chest as much as I can. I don't want to die, and I don't want any of you to die, but I especially don't want to die.
Yeah, you want to get
Relax.
paid. So
I be
Jonathan,
cavalry. I'll be watching your back.
Jonathan, you reach forwards and you grab the ignition chip and turn it, and the engine roars to life, and about 10 minutes later you're turning the corner onto the street where the drug den supposedly is located. This street is an old residential district tucked away at the very back of Undershan. Rows upon rows of identical apartment tenements and blocks of flats that are designed to store the corporate drones manning the many banks, investment firms, and high street stores in the undersea commerce district. A huge high-rise building stands at the very end of the street. Pretty much a pillar of light, made entirely of glass, and behind each plate of glass a well-lit office. Bathing the entire street in a clinical, harsh white glow. About halfway up the high-rise, there's a billboard towering over the bustling, neon-lit street, towering over the masses below. It's a massive digital display with bright lights and bold, attention-grabbing text. As you make your way towards the end of the street, the billboard above quickly cycles through a series of ads, and as you arrive at your destination, you can't help but notice how coincidentally relevant the current ad that it chooses to switch to is. At the top of the billboard in bold, futuristic font is the name of the company, Alienson Incorporated. Below that, there's a large tagline that reads, "Take control of your world." The tagline is accompanied by an image of a human brain with wires and circuits intertwined in its neural pathways. Below that, there's a short, snappy slogan, "Empower yourself to make better decisions today." The old block of flats rests deep within the shadow cast by this high-rise office building. As you approach it, you see that if there are lights on inside, they don't seem to spill out onto the street. You can barely see much of the building at all, as somebody has erected a thick iron wall around it, topped with coils of barbed wire. A single cobblestone driveway branches off from the street that you're on and heads towards a thick metal gate. In front
Stop
of...
here.
Stop here, yep. In front of the
Stop here for a
gate,
second.
2 closed-circuit TV cameras sit attached to the fence scanning the street. Jonathan, do you stop here?
He stops out of eyesight of the cameras and kind of leans back over the seat to meet Kitty's eyes.
I'll just go ahead and clamber into the truck now, in case they'd be looking inside the cab.
Good idea. So Kitty climbs out of the car, looks left, right, makes sure the coast is clear, and aside from a couple of desperate junkies and homeless dregs of society that have swept away into this part of town and forgotten about, there isn't anyone who will be able to blow your cover. So you pop the trunk and scramble in, wedging yourself between 2 cardboard boxes filled with empty injectors. Alright, Jonathan, you're at the wheel. What would you like to do?
Continue onwards, holding his breath.
Hold your breath, and you slowly drive the car onwards, up the driveway, stopping in front of the gate with the engine idling. Red lights immediately blink on the 2 cameras as they swivel, and their lenses extend out, clearly scanning the car. Then, the speaker on the dashboard bursts to life, blasting you with static, and a tired-sounding voice on the other end says, "You're early. Next shipment's not for another 30 minutes.
Well, you know how the co-ops like things to be. You're late. We're on time.
No, wait a second. You don't sound like Reyes and Jones."
Yeah, they're busy today.
I'd like you to make a presence persuasion check, please, Jonathan.
Okie dokie.
We got this.
That's a success.
It's an old signal, but it checks out.
"Hold still," says the voice. The camera above you whirs, and a little panel on the front slides open, and suddenly you're bathed in the light of a high beam. It illuminates everyone within the car. Huh. Well, you're dressed for the occasion. What are you, with one of the corps? Alienson?
The very same. You'll let us in if you know what's best.
Looks like you got Reyes and Jones with you there in the vehicle. I can see the green of their jackets. Okay, buzzing you in now. The high beam turns off and the lens retracts back into the camera, and then the gate in front of you rattles as it begins to slowly slide open, admitting you to the lot on the other side.
Jonathan quickly spins around to everyone in the cab and is like, holy shit, that actually worked. That shouldn't have worked. Alright, in we go, I guess.
You drive through the gate, the wheels crunch over the cracked concrete, you all jostle up and down as the car makes its way over unrepaired potholes and over lumps of dirt and weeds sprouting through the cracks in the concrete. The abandoned block of flats towers over the lot. Its once sleek facade now scarred and broken. Most of the windows are shattered, the ones that you can see anyway. The rest of them are boarded up, thick sheets of corrugated iron and plywood nailed over the front. And the front door hangs off its hinges, wide open, beckoning visitors to just step into the building. You look around, it doesn't look like there's anyone patrolling or standing at attention in the yard itself. But you're sure that whoever you were speaking to can still see you. There's bound to be cameras watching your every move, even if you can't see them in the dim light and the shadows cast by the nearby skyscrapers. Just park the car up in front of the building, says the voice through the speaker. Come on in through the lobby, we'll do the requisite scans, we'll buzz you in. You can come to the warehouse, grab the goods, check in with Evans, and be on your way.
Jonathan, once again, tiring his neck out, spins around to the back of the car. Ghost, they're going to be doing scans and all sorts. That's going to be a problem.
Yeah,
Can you keep an eye on that?
I'll do my best.
Your best is all we
Obviously,
need, I
Ghost is going to
guess.
be wanting to fox that,
Yeah.
if at all possible.
Yeah, you'll be able to... You'll probably find a way to fox that. I will point out that although they've told you to go through the front door, and that seems like the most obvious entrance, if you wanted to risk blowing your cover, you could potentially find another way in.
Psst. Park the car with its back to a wall where there ain't a camera, will ya? I'll slip out of the trunk and start poking around later.
Yeah, keep us informed.
So, Jonathan...
Jonathan backs up.
I'd like you, Jonathan, to make me a presence investigate check for me.
Ooh, okay.
And remember, we be on subvocal. Anyone wants to ask for a lifeline, just ask.
As Kitty says this, the icon for Ghost's secret TeamSpeak channel pops up on your retina vision, a pink-haired anime girl, and she winks and does a little dance, and then the logo pops up. TeamSpeak, this copy registered to Ghost.
Is she cute?
Sugoi?
Oh.
Oh my god. And Jonathan just rubs his retina implants, hoping that one day they'll fizzle and break. But not today. They seem to be working today.
So how'd you do on your check, Jonathan?
That was presence, right?
Yeah, presence investigate.
That's 13, so that's
13,
pass, I
yeah.
think.
Yeah, well, DR's usually 12. So, you scan the yard, squinting your eyes. You can make out some cameras attached to the inside of the fences, scanning the inside of the lot. And based on what you can see, you think that if you were to reverse the car up against the wall of what, according to the map Ghost has flashing up on your retina implants, is the rec center, Kitty should be able to clamber out of the trunk without being caught on camera. And so you park the car, kill the engine, and sure enough, you hear the sound of the trunk popping open, and through the rearview mirror you see the tiny little 2-foot-high tall shadow of Kitty scurrying around the corner of the building.
Oh shit! I should have told her to take a box with her.
Oh no, I definitely am taking a box and doing the solid snake thing.
Yeah. Grabbing one of,
Excellent.
tipping over one of the boxes in the trunk and spilling all the injectors out. Then you slide it over your head, crouching down and cautiously scurrying towards the building, ducking around the corner of the rec center. That leaves the rest of you parked just in front of the entrance lobby. The rec center that you're parked up against, however, seems to have several large glass windows that look out onto the lot. They're all boarded up, of course, but the plywood and corrugated iron sheets look quite flimsy.
I'm assuming that Kitty relays that this could be noisy.
Oh,
If we
of course.
go in that way, aye. But she's not. But I'm not planning on going in that way.
Alright. So what's the plan, guys? So 3 of you are expected to walk in through the entrance lobby. That doesn't mean you have to. And so far, Kitty, you're undetected. No one even knows that you're here.
Right. Well, for me, I was planning to do a long way around the building.
Yeah.
Then check the storage room door, and if that doesn't pan out, head to the balcony.
Yeah, okay. We can do that.
Balcony might be good. Get above the camera line.
Yep. So you want to go to the balcony first rather than the storage room?
Yeah, let's try that.
Alright.
I have a good feeling about it.
So I'll ask Kitty to make for me an agility stealth check. Meanwhile, what's everyone else doing?
I am unskilled, but I am small.
Jonathan has learned over his time that when there are 3 people expected, there should probably be 3 people that are there. So he's going to be ready to stride on in with everyone in tow unless they say anything otherwise.
Yeah, Ghost Paradigm, you're going to follow Jonathan into the entrance?
Curse is gone with.
Alright.
Just I'm driving.
So after expending 2 of my 4 glitches, I managed to 19.
19.
Because the dice roller hates me.
I'll get to you in a moment, Kitty. So, Jonathan, you step through the door that's hanging off its hinges, leading the others into the entrance lobby. It's a small, cramped concrete room. There's no furniture or any other accents in the room. Ahead of you is a thick, rusted metal door. It's completely shut. According to the map, it leads to the main lobby. And as you step into the lobby in front of it, a speaker on the wall bursts to life and the voice says, "Okay, stand there, scanning you now." And a series of multicolored LEDs begin to light up on the wall, scanning you. Back when this place functioned as a block of flats, this is where the residents would present their biometrics and the system would verify that they live here or have been invited by one of the residents. It's very likely, at least to you, Ghost, that they would have registered the biometrics of the specific Vipers who are expected, and within seconds, they're probably going to detect that you're not who you say you are. The machinery on the wall hums ominously as the system, as the LEDs blink, scanning your eyes, your facial features, your body shape, trying to match you to the Vipers that are in the system.
Oh god. Am I going to be able to hack that without that being obvious? It'd probably be really obvious.
You can try. It depends how overtly it depends what you want to do.
I just want to make it think that we're all good.
Alright, so, if you wanted to hack it, you could plug your cyber deck in and start hacking, and yeah, you're right, that would probably be noticed. Alternatively, it's very likely that there is someone within 30 meters who is supposed to be here for the purposes of your copy swappy.
True. Yeah, alright. Definitely copy swapping then.
But also, would that work?
What about everyone else, though?
Well, Jonathan isn't going to be in the system. He's portraying a stranger, so you don't have to worry about it.
You don't have to worry about him. It's just you and Paradigm. So, and you should be able to, yeah, if you're willing to risk 2 uses of copy swappy.
Yeah, alright.
Alright.
Best option we've got at the moment, I think.
Go ahead, make 2 knowledge technology checks for me.
Well, it's
Yeah,
time to
I
figure out
think
where
I-
the camera is, have Paradigm block it, and do your hacking that way.
Yeah,
Your
that
goal.
too.
Mm.
If you can find where they're looking at you from. All you can see right now is a series of blinking LED lights embedded in the concrete wall. There isn't an obvious camera, but there has to be a camera, otherwise how is it scanning you?
That's gonna take too long, I feel like.
Probably.
Alright, well, if this fails, then we have to go the hard way anyway, so...
Alright, go ahead. 2 knowledge technology checks.
Okay.
You've already used copy swappy once tonight, so the chance of botching is at 2.
Okay.
You got this.
First one is 19.
Lovely.
Mm.
Second one is 19.
19, lovely. So,
Oh, thank God.
for the rest of the night, your apps will botch on a 4 or below as you reach over your shoulder and out of the view of any camera that's watching the front of you. Touch the cartridge for the copy swappy app. Slide it into the slot on the bottom of your cyber deck. And then slowly guide the tips of your fingers over the keyboard. Slamming your index finger down on enter. Beep, beep. Goes your cyber deck as all of the LED lights blink and then light up green. Oh good, says the voice on the speaker, and then with a whoosh, the rusty metal door slides open, admitting you to the block of flats proper, the main lobby. Inside, the place is a mess. Graffiti covers the walls, and weeds push their way up through cracks in the pavement. The halls are dark and musty, littered with debris and the remains of squatters' makeshift homes. The walls are stripped of wiring and bare piping sticking out of broken patches of plaster. There's a dusty reception desk directly in front of you with a dormant computer terminal on it. No one appears to be manning it. A door behind it leads into an office. Now that you're in the building itself, you look around and you see that there aren't any cameras watching you anymore. You've pretty much got inside. You've done the hard part. And from here, they'd be expecting you to make your way to wherever the drugs are stored. Meanwhile, Kitty, you slowly make your way around the perimeter of the building. Every time you see out of the corner of your eyes the shape of a camera swiveling to your direction, you stop pulling the cardboard box over you and kneeling forwards, listening for the telltale mechanical whir that tells you the camera has passed its gaze over you, and then lifting up the box and scurrying ahead for the next leg of your journey.
This be bringing back memories.
Eventually, you find yourself on the left side of the building, the quote-unquote balcony, as it's referred to on the blueprint. In reality, it's nothing more than a small section of paved patio surrounded by a chain link fence, a place for the residents to gather outside and smoke and talk and get a view of the ocean above.
Can't blame them. Tis a better view than most. As far as letters go, they say everyone thinks a pirate's favorite letter be R, but their true love be the C. Okay, okay. Courage and wait, just peer out, check the cameras, then time it right, and up we go.
Coast is clear. I won't make you roll to scram to scale the fence.
Thank you.
You clamber over the fence, drop down onto the cracked pavement, and then dash through the open doorway into the building itself. Do you want to charge straight into the main lobby where the others presumably are?
I'm going to hang out to the right side of the communal kitchen door, just kind of crouch down and waiting to see if there's any patrols coming.
Yep, alright. So I'd like you, Kitty, to go ahead and make for me a presence investigate check.
So, presence. Alrighty then. And I'll just wait there. That's a natural 1.
Natural 1. Do you want to glitch that?
Nice.
Spending my third glitch in almost as many minutes. Yeah, not a fumble. Glitched. And gone.
How'd you do?
Oh, I get to reroll? Alright.
Oh, you glitched to get rid of the fumble, yeah. Yep. So it's still a failure, but no fumble. You whisper, I be in. And everyone else who's standing in the main lobby knows where to find you. Everyone else. Kitty is waiting just outside the communal kitchen, keeping an eye on the hallway ahead for patrols. You can head up, meet with her, but it's up to you. From here, according to the map that's currently flashing on your screen, you can access the laundry, the dining room, or you can climb over the reception desk and head into the office if you want.
Well, since there's no obvious cameras, Jonathan's going to relay to everyone that getting security down first would probably be the best bet. Because even if they do grab the drugs and run, they don't want to be seen doing it.
Good idea, Jonathan.
Aye. Well, if you want, I can flank him on the north doorway coming from the south.
Pincer entry.
Yeah,
that would be perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a tactician now.
Of course, if you want to do it silent like, you'll have to rely on hand weapons and sneakery.
Oh, I wouldn't fire my gun in here. That's insane.
Alright.
So, if I'm to understand correctly, you guys in the main lobby are going to move through the office and assault the security room through the southern door, while Kitty comes around the corner, bursts in through the northern door, and you're just going to take out whoever's in there.
Checking first with the heat vision, but yes.
Yeah, good idea. So Jonathan,
In response to the comment about hand weaponry, ghost sort of opens their mouth and flashes their fangs and says, "Ora Nahari."
So,
You're breaking up, Ghost. Can't hear you.
the three of you carefully vault over the reception counter, make your way to the office door. And I'd like to ask a question here. It's very important. Who's the one who opens the office door and steps through?
I would recommend the overbearing exec who's here to investigate everything. That way you've got an excuse if somebody's in there.
That was Jonathan's idea. Anyway, he's flicked on his heat vision visor and hand on the doorknob.
Hand on the doorknob. The heat vision hums to life, and you peer through the dusty window that's embedded in the door. Doesn't appear to be anyone in the office itself. If there's anyone in here, they're in the security room beyond. And so, steeling yourself, you turn the knob and push the door open, and as you step inside, go ahead and make for me a presence investigate check, Jonathan.
That is a 17.
You step over the threshold and then halt. You're not sure how you saw it. It's incredibly well hidden, and in the dim light, if anyone was just rushing through the office, they would have fallen victim to it for sure, but there's a thin tripwire just in front of you, about an inch above the floor that you were just about to step into. You stop and follow the tripwire with your gaze. It runs across the office over a dusty desk and up the wall near the male toilets. And there, you see the edge of the tripwire attached to the pin of a single hand grenade that's hanging from the roof above.
Oh, they really don't want us taking these drugs. Everybody look out for the tripwire. It's just at my feet. And just points as gingerly as you can without touching it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it seems like they're not afraid of making sure everybody knows we'd be here.
Well, if somebody be coming in your back entrance, you do be wanting a loud noise to alert you.
Carefully,
Yeah, and half the wall disappeared as well.
Yeah, and probably would have taken out an intruder or two. You carefully step over the tripwire into the office. The office is mostly empty now. There's only a couple of desks and there's nothing on them. Quickly rifling through the drawers reveals nothing of interest within. There's a male toilet and a female toilet at the end of the office. The doors, like the ones out the front of the building, hang off their hinges, and quickly peering through the doorways, you can see that the toilets themselves are in a state of disrepair. The cubicle walls have been smashed down, and the porcelain thrones are missing huge chunks. There's debris all over the floor, graffiti on the walls. And so you make your way straight to the security room, and Jonathan, with your heat vision, as you press up against the door and peer through the dusty, cracked glass, you see 4 heat signatures within.
Well, it looks like we found a third of the rent-a-cops, huh? It's 4 of us, 4 of them. How do you all feel about this?
This will be tight. Do you see any alternatives?
Does Jonathan see any alternatives? Just like looking around the room.
Go ahead, make a presence investigate check for me.
What room is he saying them in again, sorry?
So there's 4 in the security room paradigm that Jonathan can see.
This is 17.
17. So you notice that 2 of them appear to be seating, and their backs are facing away from you and the northern door. They appear to be looking at something on the easternmost wall. You'd guess that's where there's a bank of security monitors. The other two are leaning against the leftmost wall, shooting the shit with each other, occasionally glancing at the northern door, but seemingly paying no attention to the southern door. They probably think that anyone trying to get the drop on them would have been blown up by now.
Alright, from what I see, southern entrance is going to be the way in to drop on them. We should do what we can from our side, and as soon as they turn around or are alerted or anything, Kitty, come in the northernmost door.
Hi, you've got the call, and Kitty is standing by the northernmost door. Looks like it's, can she open it if she
So
needs?
Kitty, as you make your way to the northernmost door, you duck around the corner, running past one of the units with a faded blue letter A stamped on the door. And because you failed your presence check before, it's only at the last possible moment that you become aware of the door to Unit B ahead of you, slowly opening as a human-shaped silhouette appears in the darkness beyond, and you have scant seconds to scramble for a place to hide or decide what you would like to do before they come out
Cardboard
and see
box.
you. Cardboard box. Alright, go ahead. Make an agility stealth check. It will be at DR 14 because of
Come on,
the fact
dice roller.
you don't
You
have a lot of
owe
time.
me. You owe me 2. 4.
4. Okay. Shit! You stand right where you are in the middle of the hallway, pull the box over your head, and hit the floor just as 2 rent-a-cops step out of Unit B. One of them throws the butt of a cigarette on the ground, crushes it underfoot, and they're about to continue on their way down the hallway when the other one stops and nudges the man next to him and points at the cardboard box. Hey! Did you hear the Vipers was bringing something in? Because I don't remember no box being there. No, I think you're right, McLean, says the other cop, and
I might be made, so folks, Kitty.
the 2 officers draw their auto pistols as they creep towards the box.
Very fine.
I'm going to... Go ahead, Kitty.
I'm going to go totally stiff.
Yep, totally stiff.
Just a toy.
Just a toy. Alright.
It's
Toys
like you
don't smoke
open for
drugs.
drugs.
Their guns raised at the ready. One of the officers, the one who disposed of the cigarette, kneels down. He looks over his shoulder. Okay, Anderson, you'll be ready. You know, just in case, you know, there's something in there. Because, you know, we told them. They're meant to be in there, in the storage room, get the stuff, speak with Evans, get out. They ain't supposed to be leaving nothing here. The other cop nods as the one in front of you kicks the box and it topples away, revealing you as you lie limp on the floor. Ah! Says the cop. Both of them point their auto rifle or their auto pistols at you. What the fuck? Says the cop right in front of you. That's why, it's like a fucking cat or something, like a fucking looks familiar. That a pirate hat it's wearing and a pirate costume? And the other cop nods. Yeah, that's that you know, that old hot dog place, Doggy Diner or whatever it was called. You know, they had that cartoon on the net and on the vids, you know, with the pirate Captain Kitty, you know. I remember it from when I was a kid, don't you? The other cop bursts into laughter, raucous laughter. Ah, it's probably just some toy a squatter left here. Okay, come on. Let's go. We gotta check in with Evans before the crew come for the shipment. They turn and make their way down the corridor. You wait until you hear their footsteps recede out of earshot, and then you let out a sigh as you scramble to your feet.
This new body comes with some advantages, at least. I'm clear. Ready when you be.
You creep towards the northernmost door of the security room and press your back against the wall. Reach over, grab the doorknob, and
wait.
Right? How's everyone doing? Paradigm? Did you have an idea?
Jobs, I picked up a few extra surprises if we want to soften them up a bit. And he pulls out a hand grenade from his coat.
Yeah.
That'd be
Jonathan-
going loud. We could
Jonathan freaks out and is like, "Put it down! What the fuck are you doing?"
kind of defeats the whole going in silent and trying to wrap it up quick thing. But we could.
If you're in a pinch, you could.
Eh?
Look, you only get the element of surprise once. Let's not throw it away.
Speaking of the element of surprise, it occurs to me that you can turn invisible.
You can, Paradigm. But he's already used Nano once tonight.
Yep, your call.
Twice, technically, yeah.
Yeah, twice. Yeah, he's already used his Nanomancy twice tonight, so...
At the same time, yeah.
But if you do want to go invisible, you know what to do. You can make a present science check.
Well, if we want to... Yeah, I'll say... wait to trigger it, basically, yeah. So when someone opens the door, and then I'll try and slip in while I'm invisible, and
Yeah, alright.
hit him from the center while you hit him from the sides.
Yeah. Alright, well, activate your power now.
Yep. I think it's okay. I get +5 now. Nice.
Only if you have science.
Yep. Yeah, 17 total.
17, yeah. Okay, so the botch value goes up to 3 as you look over at Jonathan and nod, waiting for his signal. And then the nanobots that live in your body swarm out of your navel mouth in a cloud around you, cloaking you as you fade into the shadows. Jonathan, it's up to you when you're ready.
In between sessions, I grabbed him a few bits and pieces, the most relevant of which is some paracord. So he's going to be kind of whirling that around around both of his fingers, both of his hands between his fingers. That will be his weapon of choice as he gently, gingerly grabs the doorknob and gives it a twist.
Yep. Turn the doorknob. Thankfully, the door is unlocked. And you slowly push the door open. So I'm assuming you want to creep up to one of the guys that's watching the monitor bank and just garrot him with your paracord.
That was the intention, assuming the other two are busy chatting and talking shit somewhere else, not really looking. He's gonna try and get the one that's not paying any attention.
Alright, I'd like you to go ahead, make an agility stealth check for me, please, Jonathan.
Ooh, that's an 8 total. I'm going to glitch that. That's important.
That's a good idea to glitch that.
That is a total of 22.
22, nice. So as Jonathan...
23, sorry.
23, nice. So as Jonathan pushes the door open and begins to creep inside, tightening the paracord between his fingers, Paradigm, you sneak in unseen, and when you're in the room, you duck down behind an old desk to give yourself cover. Ghost, what are you doing as they both enter the room? Are you going to stay out here and provide hacking support?
As always, I'm looking for any surveillance first.
Yeah. Doesn't look like there's anything in here. They certainly weren't... That's probably why the grenade trap was there.
Yeah.
They are the surveillance.
Yeah.
What other tech is in the room?
Alright, so now that the door is open, you can peer inside, and you can see that on the eastern wall, there's a big bank of security monitors. At least 10 or 11. There's some sort of computer keyboard sunk into the front of the monitor bank. Probably controls for automated security, not that you've seen any so far. Aside from that, the room's pretty bare. There's an old desk, some lockers on the leftmost wall, and a little rack near the northern door that has some rifles stored there for emergencies.
Hey.
String some tied to their visors.
Actually, I am gonna I'm gonna preemptively like set up potential distraction.
Yep.
Sorry. There were some displays and computers around there.
Yeah. There's a bank of security monitors. You could probably hack into them.
Yeah, I think I will. Set up something to like loud and obnoxious to play on there, but not play it yet.
Not play it yet. Wait till the fight
I'm gonna
breaks
watch.
out.
Yeah,
that's fair enough.
Or rather, wait till it looks like somebody might need that.
Yeah.
Help.
So Jonathan, you creep across the room. To your left, the two security guards continue shooting the shit. I put all my money on Gearhead. You know, he's the top of the kill league at the moment. Gearhead? You serious? I like that new chick, Crow. You know, the one with the throwing knives? You see how she carved that guy's skull off? On Thursday night's match, you know, I got it streamed down on the pay-per-view, and... No, I don't watch them live. I just get the highlights. Jeez, pay-per-view. Look at Mr. Rich Guy here. They don't seem to notice as you creep past them. Stand behind one of the men who's watching the security monitors, and before he has a chance to react, you're on him. The paracord is around his neck, and you're pulling it, tightening it. He begins to choke. He thrashes out his right hand and knocks a mug off the security panel. It hits the ground, shattering, and the other three guards immediately go for their weapons, but not before you give one last yank on the paracord, and the guy in front of you gurgles, lets out a death rattle, and falls limp in his chair. Jonathan, you initiated the encounter, so go ahead, roll a d6 for me.
Okie dokie. That's a 3.
That's a 3. Enemies go first.
Oh
Which
no.
seems to always happen.
I was kind of hoping, but alright, that's fine.
That's okay. It's at this point that Ghost, who told me exactly what she was going to do, sees them go for their weapons, and she's already unslung her cyber deck and jammed the cord into the hole in her neck. And what are you doing, Ghost?
Just, is there any sound first?
Yeah, there's sound coming from the monitors. There'd have to be, because that's how they were able to speak to you while you're in the car.
Yeah. Okay, max volume. Just loud as fuck meme compilations. Yeah, fuck it, Caramel Dancing, sure, whatever. Cool.
For some reason, exactly what I was thinking as well.
Oh my god.
Blast them with memes. Meme warfare.
Think alike.
Yeah.
Kojima would be proud. Make a knowledge technology check.
The tone of this game is all over the place. 20.
20. It's like Cowboy
The
Bebop.
memes.
So you're pressed up against the wall, and as soon as they raise their guns and shout "freeze" to Jonathan, you've already loaded the command onto your cyber deck. You smash the enter button, and suddenly the entire monitor bank bursts to life, filling the tiny security office with a barrage of degenerate humor. All three of the remaining Grenta cops jump with a start, and then they open fire. Jonathan, go ahead, make me a defense, and you defense check. That would be agility plus acrobatics if you've got it, and you are defending at DR 11 instead of DR 12 because of the distraction.
Alright, let's see how this goes. Glitching that.
Probably a good idea.
That's better. That's like a 20-something.
20. One of the cops raises his auto pistol and fires. You duck, and the bullet slams into the monitor behind you, shooting the image of a blue-haired anime girl as she dances on the screen, spraying the desk with glass. The second cop reaches for his belt and thunk unhooks a stun baton. It crackles with electricity as he charges towards you. Make another dodge roll, Jonathan. DR 11.
Yeah. That is a 15 or something. Yeah, 15.
15, you are fine. You swerve out of the way as he swings towards you and then deliver a punch to his rib to knock him out of your personal space. That leaves one last security officer. He raises his auto pistol, grits his teeth, and fires. Go ahead, make your third defense roll for me, Jonathan.
He desperately tries to pick up the guard. He just garroted off the ground and use him as a meat shield. Let's see if it works.
Oh wow.
Oh, gonna glitch that. That was a 2.
Yeah, you definitely want to glitch that.
It's my last glitch. Come on, Snake Eyes.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Natural 20, nice. That means you get a free attack.
Good, you can attack
So
all
you
things.
grab the guard you've dispatched, swerve the chair around, pull him up out of his chair, and press him to the front of your body as you feel the bullet slam into his body armor. He vibrates with every round that hits him as, in the background, an anime girl wags her finger and shouts, You get a free attack, Jonathan.
That's good. It's really
Envisioning you running forward, the guard jerking with bullets as you throw him aside and reach out for the guy.
Yeah, more or less. Paracolored into the offhand. That is a cruelly a natural 1 and I'm out of glitches.
Oh, natural 1? That's gonna be a botch. So, you raise your assault rifle. You're not used to firing it one-handed, and it goes to show. As you open fire, bullets spray the wall behind the off-duty rent-a-cops as they duck. You fail to strike any of them with even a graze, and then worst of all, you hear a loud click as your gun locks up, and a message flashes on your retinal display. Sorry! It looks like your subscription to InstaLoad has expired. Please update your plan to continue using our services. And your gun will not function unless you spend 20 creds right now.
20 creds is pittance for his life.
Yeah.
20 creds it is.
And that's the action.
You dive for the nearby desk as you press the button on your cred stick, and a cartoon picture of a chibi military man, complete with trench helmet, smiles, gives you a thumbs up, and the speech bubble says, "Thank you," and then your gun clicks and unjams.
Jonathan yells into the little sub vocal channel. For the love of God, if you're going to do something, do it now.
There is one more combatant left. He's not in the room. Suddenly...
Actually, I had a question. How far are these bullets, these gunshots traveling?
Just into the wall behind the guys. We're probably not getting out the other side.
Yeah, Kitty's outside the door, and I was going to ask about that.
Yeah, so speaking of Kitty, as you creep forwards and you place your hand on the doorknob and you're about to pull the door open, suddenly your retinal display begins to corrupt with glitches and static all around you. Dog-headed men wearing the uniforms of the Royal British Navy, bearing cutlasses, are charging at you from all sides. You whirl around, raising your weapon to defend yourself. One of the dogs, the dog wearing a Admiral's tricorn and a long red coat, bares his canine fangs and he snarls, "I am here to collect the bounty, Captain Kitty! And I will need..."
Admiral Chow, we meet again!
We meet again! And I'd like you to test presence at DR14, please.
Yeah, not likely to happen. Not with the way the dice rollers spin. 3. Yeah, no.
3. Alright. I'm going to roll a D3. Alright, you are afflicted by an unseen hacker's terror app. And as you ready your weapon to defend yourself from Admiral Charles and his Labrador Brigade, you are unable to act for 2 rounds.
Yeah, I'm busy parrying, thrusting, and swashbuckling. Alright.
Paradigm, you're up.
Okay, unaware of that. I'm just gonna...
Anyway.
No, he doesn't know what's going on out there. He thinks kitties are gonna come through with it anytime soon. So there's still 3 guys in the
Still 3 guys in the room here.
Yeah. He's gonna go for the one with the fruity baton with his machete.
Yep, he's standing about a foot away from Jonathan, so you rush at him with your machete, he raises his baton to try to parry. Go ahead, roll to attack at DR11, because they are still distracted by ghosts. Funny little
prey. I'm there.
Yeah, he doesn't know you're there, so yeah, you're making it at DR6.
Yep. I'll click into Discord. Melee plus strength. Dude. Thank God I'm invisible because that's a 7.
7, nice. That's a hit. Roll your damage.
That's shitty again. It's only D6, isn't it?
Yep, for your machete.
Yeah. Two damage. He
knocks your machete out of the way with his stun baton, but he can't fully see where you are. He can only see the floating machete. And so he doesn't judge. He has no way of knowing the trajectory of your next blow as you step away and slash into the side of his armor. And he reduces the damage by 1, leaving you dealing 1 point of damage. Alright, you're up, Jonathan.
He's freaking out a little bit. This did not go as silently as he planned. His mental model for everything is shattered. And clearly, firing guns is not off the table now. So it's auto-fire against everyone.
Auto-fire, go ahead. Roll an 11 or higher to hit one of them.
Oh my god, that's another natural 1. I'm out of glitches too.
You raise your gun, and as your finger squeezes the trigger, the gun clicks, locks up again, and a message pops up on screen and says, "Sorry, auto fire is available only on the premium plan. Please deposit another 20 creds."
Jonathan just kind of yells and like slams the assault rifle into the ground butt first and presses the button on his chip to pay.
Ghost, you are up.
Okay. Wait, hang on. Did you already pay for that, Jonathan?
Yeah, unless you want to
Yeah, I was thinking
somehow
of just
circumnavigate that.
giving you a little hand there.
You might want to focus on taking out these 3 guards. Just a bit of that.
Yeah, 20 credits is fine. Kill them, please.
Yeah, alright. Using the machine pistol,
Yep.
which
so
has
that's-
auto fire,
Yep,
and
D6
aiming at the nearest guard.
Go ahead. Roll an 11 or higher to hit him.
So it's still a d20, yeah?
Yep, still a d20.
I'm gonna glitch that to reroll.
Yep, and if you're doing auto fire, it's agility, not presence. So agility plus firearms plus guns if you got it.
Yeah. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, everyone's rolling badly.
That's a 7.
7.
Yeah, this is a downside of OSR. If the D20 doesn't like you, it's brutal.
Yep. Do you want to glitch?
Again?
You can glitch as many times as you want, as long as you got glitches.
Guys, what are you thinking?
I wouldn't save
Okay.
it for something.
Yep, just take the L. You spray the room with machine pistol fire, and the cops duck for cover, getting ready to return. One of them raises his own machine pistol and fires back at you, Ghost. Roll a DR 11 agility acrobatics check to dodge.
Fuck's sake. That's a 6. I'm gonna glitch.
Yep, definitely.
So I rolled. Okay, there we go. That's oh my god, I can't count. 17.
17. You step out of the doorway, pressing up against the wall of the office as the corners of the doorway are shredded by auto pistol fire. A second cop takes a shot at the floating machete where Paradigm is. Go ahead and roll a DR6 agility acrobatics check, please, Paradigm.
There's a 12.
12. Nice. He sprays the monitor bank behind you, killing the last of the anime girls, and the cacophony of degenerate meme noise ceases. The third cop flexes his stun baton. Electricity surges down the shaft as he rushes towards Jonathan. Jonathan, go ahead to make me a DR12 agility melee.
That is an 18.
18, nice. As he rushes towards you, you kick out, hitting him in his stomach. He gasps. And then you step backwards, raising your gun, ready to blow him away. The unseen hacker, who is in the other room, taps furiously away on their cyber deck, and they activate their Blood Snoot app. Suddenly, Ghost, your retinal implant is blasted with electronic feedback.
Ah, fuck!
And you take... Actually, first, you need to make a knowledge technology check.
Okay. There we go, 22.
22. You see what he's trying to do. this hacker. You don't know where they are, but they know where you are, and they're trying to overload your biofeedback system. Gritting your teeth, you kneel down and smash some commands into your cyber deck, dispelling the electronic feedback, clearing your vision. But not before it deals 1 point of damage as blood begins to pour from your nostrils.
Oof.
Alright. Paradigm, you're up.
Going on with everyone.
I be fighting dogs!
Yep,
There be dogs all over!
Out in the corridor, Kitty's whirling around, using her machete to defend against imaginary cutlass blows.
You were at full, last I recalled, Ghost.
Yes.
Yeah, so you're just down 1 now.
Yeah, everyone is
Oh, because my sheet said 3, and I was like, I don't think that's right.
Yeah.
No, you did take some damage last session, but you healed up.
Yeah.
Between the 2 short rests, yeah.
I'm seeing everybody's opening fire, so I'm not worried about noise anymore, so machete goes away and I pull out my other new toy, a chainsaw! And I'm gonna go with the guy with the baton again.
You pull the cord.
Fuck yes.
The chainsaw roars and the cop in front of you just opens his mouth. Oh shit! As he turns and begins to try and run in the opposite direction. Go ahead and roll to hit him. DR12.
They 14 to hit.
14 to hit? Ooh, yeah, you hit him. Roll the damage. D6 plus 1.
Yep. Damn it. 2 damage.
2 damage. And he's going to reduce that to 1 with his armor. So he's 2 down. Shit! As he runs, he kicks backwards, kicking down one of the office chairs, and you stumble as you charge towards him, only managing to shred the back of his shirt. Floating chainsaw! Floating chainsaw! He screams. Jonathan, what would you like to do?
This is going horribly wrong. He wants to live. He wants to live.
Jonathan thinks to himself, it really has been a while since I watched Emergency Surgery. Yeah. Go ahead, Jonathan.
It takes him back. Yeah, so he's trying the auto fire route again.
Yep.
If he's gonna live, he's gonna do anything in his power now.
Yep, well the guy who's fleeing from the floating chainsaw has his back to you, so if you want to start with him, you only have to roll an 11 to hit him.
No deal. That's a 6.
That's a
6 plus 3, 4, 10, still not enough.
10? I'll lay to hit him on 10. I was gonna say 10, then I changed it to 11. So go ahead, roll your damage.
Thank you. That's with auto fire, by the way.
Yep, I know that is with auto fire, so you'll get another attack in a moment, but first you have to roll damage for this one.
That's an 8. That's a 6. Finally, something going well.
He reaches the northern door and bursts through it, and he's about to call for help, but then he sees Kitty there in the corridor as she whirls around, raises her machete, and says, "Down with the lot of ye, Labrador Legion!" And he just stops, raises his baton ready to strike her, and your bullets just shred him. And he falls to the ground at Kitty's feet. He's dead. Go ahead, make another attack roll. This one's going to be DR12.
That's good. 19, something in the realm of 23.
Yeah, that's definitely a hit. Roll your damage.
That's a natural 8.
Natural 8. You see one of the other guards raise his auto pistol, but you've whirled around, and now that your gun's operating as you want it to be, and your subscription to fast load has been finally settled, you squeeze the trigger again and riddle him full of bullets. His armor only allows him to subtract 2, so he goes down. at your feet, and his blood soaks into the pale blue carpet. Make another attack against the last guy.
That's a 3. That's no deal.
Yeah. He ducks and hides behind the lockers as you shred one of the metal doors. And now, Ghost, you're up.
Okay. I would like to take out that guy's vision if possible.
Yeah, go ahead. Make me a knowledge technology check.
That is a 16.
16. He raises his pistol to return fire at Jonathan and then suddenly screams, "Ah! I can't see! I can't see!" And he just starts firing wildly. And Jonathan, go ahead, roll to dodge him at DR10.
That's another natural 1.
Natural
Oh my God.
one.
Jesus.
Oof.
I'm so sorry, everybody.
Oh my
So
god.
even
tried.
so, even
Go
though
on, roll it.
he's blinded,
That's alright.
even though he's blinded and just firing wildly as
Actually.
his retinal implant. Yes, someone else could spend a glitch to make Jonathan re-roll if they really want, but
I was just thinking. I was trying to remember if that was a rule or not. Just
you can do that. You can spend your glitches on other people.
It's
What's
not a
the hell
reroll,
that?
but it will cancel the fumble.
It will
so it's
cancel
your
the
call.
fumble. Jonathan will
Please,
still
my
get
gun
hit.
can't jam again.
I'll use one of mine to cancel the fumble.
Cancel the fumble. So he's just firing
Fred.
blindly around the room as his retinal implant glitches out on him. But he manages, through sheer luck, to hit Jonathan right in center mass. And Jonathan, you take... let me roll a d6 here. You take 4 points of damage.
Ooh, let me roll my
Have
armor.
your roll armor.
That's a 1. So that's 3 points, I think?
Yep, sure
3
is.
points of damage, and he is auto-firing, so go ahead, roll to dodge again.
What? On me again? Fantastic. That's a 5.
That's a 5.
Yeah, no, that's like an 8 with agility.
Yep. You take
Does your
2 points
bodyguard
of
play into
damage.
it?
Actually, yeah, does my bodyguard play into that?
Actually,
Against ranged.
yeah, against... Actually, what did you roll altogether? 5 plus... No, your body...
5 plus 8. It's 5 plus 3. So it's
13.
8.
Yeah, no, because your bodyguard
eight.
would reduce
Oh.
it to 10. I forgot about your bodyguard. So you take 3 points of damage. No, sorry, 2
I'll
points of
roll
damage.
armor again. Oops. Sorry, let me roll my armor. That's another 1, so that's 1 point to me.
1 point to you. And then for his final auto fire, he whirls around and fires towards Ghost, or in the vicinity of where he thinks Ghost is. Go ahead, Ghost. Make a DR 10 roll to dodge him.
That's natural 10.
10, yep.
So yeah, it's
So you duck as the bullets sail over your head, and his turn is over. Just as your biofeedback system starts to glitch out once again, and static electricity surges through your brain. Ghost, make a knowledge DR12 technology check.
oh, nat 20.
Nat 20, nice.
Ooh.
You defended,
You can attack back.
and you can attack back by turning his own app against him. Go ahead, roll me a knowledge technology check.
That's 11.
11. You manage to deflect the barrage of biometric feedback. It deals 1 more point of damage to you, but you cancel the attempted hack and start to redirect the payload back where it came, but his firewalls are too strong and the package shatters.
I'm gonna fucking kill this guy!
Yeah, if you can find him. And as the package shatters, a message pops up on your retinal implant. It just says, "Ha ha ha ha, noob."
Oh my god.
Ooh, you gonna take that?
No.
Kitty!
No, Ghost is very, very angry.
I get to do something.
Yeah, Kitty, you parry Captain Chow's blow and stick your machete forwards, gutting him on the deck of his ship. He gasps in pain and the illusion is dispelled.
Yar! But a flashback. Things have never been the same since the dark jungles of Madripoor. Alright. Sorry about that. Look around. Who's still up?
Just the one guy who's currently blindly auto-firing all over the place.
Then I glance to the left. The door is open and there's gunshots. I'm pretty sure the patrolling guards will have heard that.
You don't see anyone yet.
Alright, well, I'll run into the security room, shut the door behind me, then I'll go take a machete to his knee.
Yeah. Slam, pull the door shut behind you, and he hears your footsteps, but he can't see how tall you are, so he fires his gun. Boom, 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 boom. The bullet's clearing the air above your head. Go ahead, roll to hit him. DR 10.
Well, he is blind. There we go. 17
Ooh,
for a princely
nice.
single 1 point of damage.
You hack your machete into his knee and he gasps in pain as he lowers his gun and opens fire on you. Go ahead, roll to dodge him. DR 10, Kitty.
Don't the others get to go?
Oh yeah, the others do get to go. That's right. So you're up, Paradigm,
I'm just
with your
saying,
chainsaw. Floating
this guard's
chainsaw.
turned into Rambo after he got blinded.
Yeah. So I realised I was supposed to do a d6 to see how long I remain invisible, so we'll just say I become visible now.
Yeah, become visible now, so you charge at him with your chainsaw and roll to hit him.
Oh god, becoming visible mid-attack is terrifying.
Oh, that's a 15 to hit.
15 a hit. Yeah, that's a hit. Roll your damage.
Hands off. Oh, 6 damage this time.
6 damage, nice. He hears the chainsaw, but he can't see it. And he tries to back away, realizes he's already pressed against the wall, and then he just screams as you bring the chainsaw down, cleaving through his armor and splattering his blood all over the locker door behind him. He goes down, and combat is over. For now. You can take a breather. Anyone may roll a d4 to recover any health.
And we need to check ammo.
Yeah, and check ammo. Anyone
First
who rolled
knuckle day,
auto,
full
anyone who rolled auto fire, 1d6. Otherwise, 1d8. 1 to 3 is a reload. And you all get 1 glitch back, by the way, from that.
Generous. I'll
Lovely.
take it.
Back to full health. Don't need to reload. What about that
Yeah, same.
hacker?
Yeah, the hacker. The hacker continues their assault on you, Ghost, but you're doing a fine enough job of fighting them off. You just need to locate where they are. Now that the battle stopped raging around you, you can devote your full attention to the hacker, so they're not able to get past your defenses, but if combat breaks out again, you might be distracted just enough that they can continue their assault. They're currently flooding your retinal implant with images of anime girls and some meme from the turn of the century involving a cat flying through space with a rainbow coming out of it.
What is this shit? Gross is gonna try and run ping to find them.
Yeah, you can make a knowledge technology check at DR14 to backtrace them.
While this is going on, Jonathan's going to be scouring the corpses for anything he could take. He
Yeah.
spent 100 credits on a useless suit and 2 subscriptions. He's mad.
That's fair enough.
Oh. Kitty's gonna pocket a stun baton, by the way.
Yeah, Kitty's gonna take the stun baton.
What? That in the book?
Yeah, it's D6 plus the target must test strength or fall over.
That works for me.
That was a fail on that.
It was a fail. Get wrecked, noob flashes up on the screen as he effortlessly shuts down your attempt to trace him.
So at this point,
It is at
all right.
It is
Go on.
at this point, Jonathan, as you are patting down the corpses, and by the way, if you wish to take them, there are 3 9mm auto pistols with 2 clips for each.
Yeah, he'll pocket those. He's got space in his pockets.
And I'd like you to go...
Ammo?
Yeah, because that's what Ghost is using. And I'd like you to roll a d6 for me, please, Ghost. Please, Jonathan.
Can do. That's a 4.
4. 4. You pat down the 3 corpses, and the one who was brandishing the stun baton has something in his pocket. You get excited for a moment, hoping it's a cred stick. You fish it out. It's a tube of super lube. Go ahead. Roll me another d6, Jonathan.
Can do. He also throws over the ammo to Ghost.
Yeah, to Ghost.
How many mags?
So there was 2 for each of the guns, so 6 mags altogether.
You're gonna give me it all?
I'll take one of those
Can't really
if you
sell
don't
it.
mind.
Right, so 5,
Yeah,
1
right
for
enough,
Kitty.
Foxy.
Oh, you didn't want the gun at all? Okay, sure.
No, the guns are mine. You can
Oh,
have the
you
ammo.
don't want any
Can't sell
ammo
that.
for your... Oh, you're just gonna sell them on, okay.
Yep. That's also a 6.
6, alright. I'm going to roll a dice to see what table I'm rolling on. 5, 6. Let's go. There's a piece of paper folded up in the second guy's pocket. You unwrap it, and this is intriguing. It's a crudely drawn map to a location in Ground Zero marked Cache.
Cash C-S-H or C-H-E?
C-H-E.
Ooh, that's risky. I'll
Jonathan,
definitely pocket that.
yeah, Jonathan, one more d6 for me.
That's another 3.
3 and 2. You feel something papery in the pocket of the third man and think you're about to pull out another treasure map. Instead, it's a snot-stained napkin. You retch, ugh, as you drop it back down. Test toughness for me.
Oh, okay. That's a fail. That's a 5.
That's a fail.
You're gonna get the cold soon.
Yeah, you're gonna get a cold soon.
Oh,
Oh my god.
So while this
This is the
going
worst
on,
gig ever.
so while this is going on, Kitty's gonna be flipping through cameras, checking on the rest of the building,
Yep.
seeing what she can see.
Alright, Kitty, make me a presence investigate check, please.
Dice roller, do you love me? Hey, 13.
Yeah, you're alright.
13.
Sorry, 14 total. 13 on the die.
There
plus
is
presence.
only one monitor left in the bank that hasn't been shredded by gunfire. And as you cycle through the cameras, you see, strangely enough, seems to be business as usual throughout the block of flats. You're expecting people to be scrambling for weapons, charging to their battle stations. And then as you look towards the door that you charged through a moment ago, you see words painted on the concrete wall, faded but still legible. Caution. Soundproofed for your safety.
Yeah.
Alright, we got unreasonably lucky here.
You cycle through the cameras to see what you can find, and you notice a couple of things of note. There are 3 cops standing around in the rec centre. Looks like they're playing a game of pool, although it doesn't look like it's a very fair game of pool, as the table's missing a leg and is heavily leaning over to one side. So that would make 7 cops.
All right. And there were 2 that we passed in the court. They
Yep.
could have been on the way to the rec center, though.
They could have been on the way to the rec centre, because zooming...
Oh, do any of the cops on the rec center look familiar?
2 of them might be the cops you found. It's hard to tell. The
Alright.
image on the screen is quite fuzzy.
All right.
Another 2 cops are in the dining room, seated on a table, chowing down on new soy trademark. That's 9. And you can't locate the remaining 3. The cameras don't seem to provide coverage of any of the units, nor do they provide coverage of the net hub or the storage rooms.
All right. I heard the cops talking as I was playing at being a dummy. We're supposed to go to the storage room and be picking up... Well, you're supposed to go to the storage room and be picking up the drugs. And you're supposed to talk with Evans while you're there. Do you feel up for that? I look them over. Do they look like shot to shit?
Yeah, how's everyone looking on health?
Well,
Jonathan's on full health.
Yeah. I mean, sure.
Only his ego is bruised.
We only took glitch damage.
Yes, ego damage.
So, we'll need to go take care of that irritating hacker, I'm thinking, from what Ghost be saying.
Yeah,
But after that, we could go and try to bluff Evans.
but
Oh,
you
you
don't
could.
know where the hacker is. I mean, logic would suggest he'd be in the net hub, but he could be anywhere else, because Ghost wasn't able to backtrace him.
Tell you what, I'll look around for a vent cover. Are they big enough for me to crawl around in?
Well, the security room is entirely soundproof. There are no vents here, but you creep through the office and check the 2 bathrooms, and the male toilet has a ventilation shaft on the southernmost wall. It's just about the right size for you to climb through if you could get the grating off. It looks like it is adjoined to the laundry. A quick search of the female bathroom shows... I thought I had a sneeze coming. Shows that there is another vent on the northernmost wall. According to the map, it's adjoined to the net hub. Once again, if you could get the grating off, you might be able to fit inside.
Oh, I do have a machete. I could try to jimmy it.
Yeah. Does anyone have a problem with Kitty sneaking through the ventilation shaft into the net hub?
I feel like they don't get
Not at all.
detected.
I'm not going to try and stop you, but I do have a problem with using a machete when you can use my multi-tool.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, Paradigm
That
could
does
just...
do make it easier.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So with Paradigm's multi-tool, you're able to just unscrew the screws in the 4 cardinal directions and carefully lift the grating off, dropping it down onto the cracked, graffitied tiles.
Then I'll go in through the vents and peer into the net hub, see what I can
Yep.
see.
So while Kitty's doing that, what's everyone else doing?
Jonathan's inclination is to head to the storage room B probably, and see
Yep.
what's going on. See if that's
Yeah.
where the drugs are, if that's not where they are, or...
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
Ghost,
head there
Paradigm?
early. Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking too, yeah. Head to the storage rooms and at least
Yep. So,
try and pretend like we're still there to do the
Yeah, do the
drop-offs
job.
and stuff.
So as you step out of the security room and start making your way down the corridor past a series of run-down, empty units, strewn with debris, collapsed furniture, and forgotten hints of the lives of the people who once lived here, you approach the end of the hallway that leads to the tech repository and the storage rooms. I would like Ghost, Jonathan, and Paradigm to all make presence investigation checks for me.
That is a 15.
rolls? I got a 6.
6, 15, okay, it's all on Paradigm here.
Jeez.
No pressure.
Yeah. Present, you said, wasn't it?
Yep, presence investigate.
So I'll just take the +3. Ugh. What is that? I don't know what it's done. It's not giving me a number.
So giving you a number.
It just says
try again.
+3. I don't know what's happening.
What the?
It's exclamation mark D20 +3. I think it was a sequence or something.
Yeah, I
I might
think-
hit the exclamation mark by accident.
Yeah, I think so.
There we go, 19.
19, nice.
That's +3, so
Group
16.
pass. So you're about to step around to the corner and head towards storage room B when suddenly Jonathan and Paradigm shoot out a hand, stopping Ghost in her tracks. Pressing up against the wall, they peek out and point down the hallway where you can see a rusted automatic turret mounted on the wall just above the door to storage room B. Its mechanical parts creaking and groaning as it swivels back and forth, scanning for threats. The metal casing is covered in corrosion and the paint is peeling, but the weapon still looks deadly. The barrel of the turret glows with a red light as it searches for targets, and the sound of its internal systems hums ominously.
Guys, I don't think you could. I don't suppose you could do the same trick you did at the clinic, could you?
I'm vaguely remembering what I did.
Could try it.
What did we do again?
Well, actually, Ghost didn't hack the... Did Ghost
No,
hack
we
the-
turned off the
Yeah,
power.
you turned off the power.
Oh, we did
yeah,
too.
yeah.
I'll take that back.
I mean, Ghost could still try to hack the turret. It looks old. It probably doesn't have up-to-date protection.
Does it look
Yeah,
like a
right.
similar one to the other facility, or?
A similar model, yeah.
So it'll probably explode if you tamper with it too much.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna try and make it be okay with us, but otherwise function as normal, or maybe even is it the kind of turret that like recognizes targets?
You would imagine it. You would imagine so, because otherwise, anyone who's supposed to be here would need to go through a very long process to have it shut down so they could get into the storage room.
Okay, I would like to make it chill with us and not chill with anyone else.
Yep. All right. Go ahead. Make a knowledge DR12 technology check to activate your copy swappy.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, were you thinking about like just hacking its friend-foe recognition? You could do that, but it'd be slightly harder than just using your copy swappy.
What would the DRs be on each?
So, copy swappy would just be activating an app, so just
Yeah.
DR12. Hacking into its actual friend-foe recognition, you'd be looking at 14.
Okay, just because I'm at
Yeah.
at fumble +3 now.
Yeah,
so
I know, which is risky.
I'd rather just hack it.
Alright.
Yeah, go ahead.
I switched that to lower the DC. DR.
I would love you to do
Cool.
that.
Yeah, alright, that lowers it to 8.
Yeah.
Lowers it to 8.
10.
10, yeah.
It's fine anyway. I got 10.
10, lovely.
Nice.
Well spent glitch.
Thank you.
So, once again, slamming the cord of your cyber deck into your neck, you kneel down into a half-seating, half-crouching, squatting position against the wall and start to tap away, trying to hack into the turret's security software. I won't describe what happens next. Instead, I will go, Kitty, please give me an agility stealth check.
Alright, so +2, and I roll a total of 9.
Total of 9.
What can you do?
You creep through the vent. It's smaller than it looked from the outside, and even for someone like you who's barely 2 feet tall, around the middle it starts to get so narrow that you have to force yourself through, ejecting yourself through the opposite end with a loud metallic thump.
She is carrying a parcel of things too, which doesn't help much.
Yeah. So you drop down into a dimly lit room cluttered with wires, computer equipment, and half-finished tech projects. In the center of the room sits a lone figure, intently focused on the multiple screens of a large computer terminal. This hacker is a master of technology, his cybernetic enhancements allowing him to interface directly with the machines around him. He doesn't even appear to be operating from a cyber deck, the myriad of cords extending from his neck are plugged directly into the terminals around him. He's surrounded by banks of monitors, each displaying lines of code and flashing data. His fingers fly through the air, grasping and touching at glyphs that only he can see as he works to bend the digital world to his whim. He looks up at you as you kick the grating of the vent out and drop down, and he smiles and then presses an unseen button.
Do me a favor and surrender, will ya?
He just smiles as he swipes an invisible glyph. I'd like you, Kitty, to please go ahead for me and make a... Let me see. I'd like you to make a DR 14 presence check.
I will pay a glitch to make that not be a fumble, as it gives me a nat 1.
Nat 1, alright.
This night, I swear.
As he swipes the glyph, once again the image of Captain Chow flashes up on your retina implant. This time, he tips the tricorn and he gestures out of the open doorway to the hallway beyond, and he licks his lips. Woof, woof. Ah, you'll never catch me, Captain Kitty, and my Labrador Legion waiting for you outside. Woof, woof. You are in Psyrage.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Now watch my dice go good.
The hacker directly takes control of your retinal implants and, against your will, begins to manipulate your body. The hacker smiles as he forces you to brandish the machete and charge out of the doorway.
Well, on the plus side, you guys are about to learn what the hacker is.
Yeah. Luckily, as he was taking control of your body, sending you into Psyrage, he did not have a chance to fend off Ghost's assault on the turret, and so Ghost, you easily pierce the firewall in the turret, hack into its friend-foe recognition, and you have two options. You can turn it off completely, or by putting your botch rating up another 1, you may reverse its programming, making it fire on anyone associated with the Virid Vipers or the Rent-A-Cops. Which one would you like, Ghost? Oh, Ash, you might be muted.
Oh, I'm so sorry. My gear went weird there. What was that? Sorry.
So you have the option to turn it off completely, or for the cost of putting your botch rating up by 1, you can reverse the programming so it regards you as friends and all the people that it usually regards as friends as foes.
I'd like to go the full Nelson on it.
Yeah. So your botch rating goes up to 4. And suddenly the turret blinks as it begins to whir, turning around facing into storage room B and opening fire at whoever happens to be standing in there. Suddenly you hear shouts. What the? Shit, the turret! Jackson, this way! Ah! And the turret clears the room in seconds. But then, you have to deal with Kitty, who comes charging out of the network hub, running down the hallway towards you, raising her machete.
Take this, you filthy dogs!
Take this! And she's going to charge directly at Ghost, because Ghost is standing there, hacking the turret. So Ghost, go ahead, make a DR10 agility melee to dodge Kitty's strike.
That's... Well, it was natural 14.
Natural 14. You step out of the way as the tiny animatronic cat lunges towards you, her machete slashing through the air.
How does that ever work?
Alright, Jonathan, what would you like to do?
So, Jonathan's first idea is to try and intervene and smack Kitty in the head with the butt of his assault rifle and see how that works.
Yeah, alright. So I will ask Kitty to make a defense roll, agility melee at DR14.
Alright. Nat 1, I'll take it.
Nat 1, alright.
I have rolled so many bad rolls tonight.
That'll be double damage from Jonathan. Jonathan, go ahead, roll a D3 for me.
Can do.
This will be our first death.
That's a 3.
Maybe.
3.
So.
Kitty, you take 6 points of damage. You may roll your armor.
Yeah, armor eats 3 of it.
Yep, you take 3 points of damage as the butt of Jonathan's rifle strikes you in the back of the head, knocking you to the floor. You continue...
There's crunching noises.
There's crunching noises as blue shards of crystal break off the back of Kitty's head and scatter on the cracked tiles. As Kitty continues flailing around on the floor, slashing her machete, screaming, "Ah! I'll get you, ye scallywags!" Paradigm, what would you like to do?
An idea, but it'll probably ruin everything. But
What's your idea?
I had the thought of just presumably Kitty's new behavior means she found where the hacker was, so within that room.
Yeah.
I was just gonna go out the door and toss a grenade through the door.
If you want.
I was like, that'll probably also trash all the tech, which might be able to get something out of.
It's up to you. Unless if you could think of some other way to end the Psy Rage. So a Psy Rage continues until the person who is Psy Raging is dead, knocked unconscious, or sedated.
Let's go for it. Let's hope this counts as sedated. And I'll try and spin around Kitty and try and jab her with one of the sunset chalks.
Ah, good idea. Alright.
That would do it.
Kitty, roll me an agility melee DR14.
Now I get the good numbers.
14. Alright. You grab the injector in your hand, Paradigm, and as Kitty lies on the floor, you kneel down and you're about to jab it into her neck when she rolls out of the way and slashes your knee with her machete, dealing 3 points of damage to you.
I'm gonna soak that all.
Yeah, your armor can soak it.
You know, I did pay to make his attack, the hacker's attack on me, not a glitch, right?
Yeah, I know. But the Psy Rage is just... it would have been worse.
Yeah.
A fumble...
Jonathan calls out to Paradigm.
2.
What did you think would happen? Drugs don't work on machines.
Ghost, you're up. What would you like to do?
Yeah.
I want to say Ghost just wants to kick them, but smack him against a wall. But no.
I mean, you could kill me, or you could go after the hacker. Up to you.
I'd rather help you out. Would Ghost be able to potentially hack into Kitty and fix this up?
It'll be a contested roll against the hacker.
What kind of DR am I looking at? Oh,
Well,
yeah, contested, yeah. Okay,
So go ahead, roll me a knowledge technology check, and I'll contest it with the hacker.
Come on.
Also, would that have counted as one use of the sunset chalk, or does it only count if it hits?
Only if it hits. You didn't even get the
12.
injector. 12?
Yeah.
Right? The hacker rolled a natural 1. So, as Kitty struggles to climb to her feet and Jonathan's wrestling with her, trying to keep her on the ground, you step forwards and wrench a cord from your cyber deck, slam it into the hole underneath her left ear, and start furiously typing. As you type, the image of the hacker, a pale-skinned, bald man in his early to late 20s, appears. He smiles a toothy grin and laughs as he effortlessly swipes and touches the glyphs in front of him. He doesn't notice the loophole he left open in his hacking script. But you do, Ghost. You prime a command, spike it, and send it straight into the loophole. On the screen, the hacker's eyebrows raise, his eyes go wide, and he shouts, "Ah! As he furiously tries to defend himself from your assault. The last thing you see before his image disappears off your retina is sparks flying from the cords that are attached to his neck and head as his tech begins to explode around him, overloading him with biofeedback. Ah!
Suck shit, edgelord.
Kitty falls limp. And Kitty, the image of the Labrador Legion fades from your retinal implant. You wiggle your fingers. You're in control of your own body once again.
Sorcerers. That'd be a pain and a half.
Paradise just standing, like, slightly menacing over Kitty, still with the injector in hand, just like waiting. So that, oh, you're back.
Found him.
I think it.
Kitty points towards the network hub, and you peer inside, and the hacker still sits in his chair in the center of the room, only the screens around him are painted in blood and brain matter. His neck is nothing more than a bloody stump with a myriad of multicolored access cords and copper wires dangling out of the flesh.
So is the turret continuing to fire into storage room B, by the way?
Yeah, it continues for a few more seconds, and then there's one more scream. Ah! No! I'm a friend! And then the turret finally clicks as it runs out of ammo, and there is naught but silence from the storage room.
Oopsies.
This be going swimmingly. Don't suppose I could take a breather?
Yeah? Anyone who's hurt? Yeah, well, that was a combat encounter. You were fighting Kitty, so, D4 recovery. And anyone who fired a gun, I don't think anyone did, rolled a reload.
She takes off her hat and shakes her hair, and the crystals underneath seem to regrow.
And the shards of crystal...
Very light for a second.
The shards of crystal that lie on the debris-covered floor seem to sink into the ground, melting into a bright blue liquid that quickly loses its sheen, and within seconds is nothing more than a darkened stain on the tiles.
For anyone with science, that is a nano effect. Alright.
What's the go now, punks?
Alright, so
Well, the rec room guys don't seem to have reacted to the turret, so this might be a regular occurrence here. I don't fucking know. We might want to consider just, well, let's go look in storage room B. And I'll hold out my hat and poke it around the door. Then if it doesn't get fired at, I'll look around myself.
Yeah, you hold out your hat, and the turret swivels, but doesn't fire. Then you throw your hat like a frisbee into the room to see what will happen, and once again the turret watches it.
Well, it's not the turret. I was concerned about somebody hold up and replace the turret
There's
and reach.
no activity whatsoever in the room, and finally you step into the doorway and see 3 rent-a-cops lying in pools of their own blood in the middle of the room. The walls and the floor are pockmarked in bullet holes, and there are 2 large metal shipping containers right at the very back of the storage room. One that's bright blue and the other bright green, and both of them have the unmistakable Alienson Incorporated logo painted on the doors.
So I'd be thinking we want to boost these, move them to the car, then see if we want to get any more. Remember, we got another crew scheduled to come in about 20 minutes, so...
Problem is, these are full-size shipping containers. There's no way they'll fit on a car. In a car.
So we'll have... But there's boxes about, so we can fill boxes from them.
There sure is. There's plenty of cardboard boxes and plastic crates sitting on the metal shelves along the sides of the storage room.
Yeah, do the containers look open, or are they shut?
Well, there's a padlock on each one.
I hand Paradigm back his multi-tool.
Oh, yeah. Alright, well, unless anyone else has any better ideas how to get these locks off.
We can go
Jonathan
find
steps
evidence.
forward and pulls out a handful of lockpicks and kind of spreads them like a deck of cards, and steps forward to go get to work.
Yeah, Jonathan, go ahead.
Alright, I'll start picking this. Have a look around in the tech repository and other storage room while I get this done. See if there's anything else we can take with this.
Yeah. Alright.
Right.
Jonathan, go ahead.
Are you going into the tech repository and storage room, the places we ain't cleared?
Well, it couldn't hurt to have a look around, could it?
Well, you've cleared the net hub, so you could go, check, see if you can salvage any of the hackers' tech.
Why don't you do that? And then before we go on into unknown territory.
Alright. I can go with Ghost and check out the net hub.
Yeah, alright.
See if the hacker's blood see if there's anything that the hacker's blood didn't destroy.
Yeah, so I'll ask Paradigm and Ghost to make presence investigation checks, while Jonathan makes me an agility stealth check.
Ooh, excellent.
Okay, these rolls are actually horrendous. I got a 6.
6. Ugh.
So instead of going for lockpicking, we're going exploring. Okay.
Well, Jonathan's picking the lock while the others search the net hub.
Okay.
That's a grand total of 6 with modifiers.
Yes, 6 with modifiers. Alright. Paradigm?
It's 13 total on my end.
13 total. Alright, so, first of all, I will say, Jonathan, as you kneel down and start to pick the locks, you notice that they're covered in rust, and they're a very, very old model. And so DR6 is exactly what you required to
Oh, thank
pick
God.
these. You jiggle the pick around in the lock, and then click, the rusty padlock drops down into your hands. Meanwhile, Paradigm and Ghosts cross the corridor into the net hub, start rifling through the cords and computer towers and blood-stained monitors to see what you can find. Paradigm, go ahead, roll a d6 for me.
That's a 2.
2, and I rolled 5. So that will be... You'll like this, Paradigm.
Oh.
You lift up a blood-soaked computer tower and drop it aside, and underneath on the desk there's a yellowed coupon for 25% off at Citadel Security Ammo.
Oh, okay.
Meanwhile, Ghost, you search the room, and that last spike you sent towards the hacker did a number on most of his equipment. But you notice that the internal cyber deck he has, the one that's grafted into his body, that was probably in his cranium, is now lying on the floor in front of him. It's in 2 pieces, but the app cartridge slots appear to still be intact. There's an app cartridge currently in the slot, and as you go to remove it, the smell of burnt plastic wafts up into your nostrils. It's going to require some careful extraction to get it out without ruining it. So go ahead and make for me an agility plus technology roll.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll glitch that drop by 4.
Drop it by
21.
4. 21. Oh, yeah. Alright. Nice.
It's still.
You hold out your hand and look over at Paradigm, silently inviting him to watch and see how it's done as you unscrew the panel underneath the slot, carefully lift it open and extract the intact app cartridge from the mass of burnt, melted plastic. It's Blood Snoot. It tracks down an enemy hacker and deals D4 damage to them each round until they pass DR12 knowledge test or die.
Very
Whoa.
nice.
I assume you want to slot that straight in your cyber deck.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be taking that.
You slot it straight into your cyber deck, 3 out of 5 slots taken. And then you join Kitty and Jonathan back in the storage room as Jonathan removes the second lock, the one on the blue container, turns around and gestures towards them. Well, voila. Which one would you like to open first?
So there's a blue one and
And a green
brown
one.
A blue and a green. I'll open the blue one.
So, Kitty, you step towards the blue shipping container, its metal sides rusted and dented. The muffled sounds of voices can be heard coming from within. With a cautious look at the others, you grip the door and slide it open, and you're suddenly confronted with a scene of desperation. People of all ages are crowded inside, huddled together for warmth. Their clothes are torn and stained, and they look up at you with pleading eyes. Their faces are gaunt, and their bodies emaciated. They're all
Instantly,
clearly...
her head goes to the turret, but then she remembers it's out of ammo.
Yeah,
That could've
it's
been
out of
bad.
ammo. They're all clearly malnourished, their skin sallow and eyes sunken. Some of them hold out their hands, silently begging for help, while others just look on in hopelessness. Each of them wears a tattered grey uniform stamped with the Aliensen logo, just above the right breast pocket. The smell from inside the container is of sweat and fear.
Shh, she says. Then she motions to the door. I'll lead you out. Stay quiet.
One of them looks at you and says, Are you serious? You're not going to subject us to more of those...
Hey, I'll get take you out of here, but you gotta move quiet and quick.
Anyone have any objections?
Nope.
Nope.
Subject them to what?
The emaciated-looking man frowns. He hangs his head and he says, They bring us in from out of town. Inject us full of something. It makes us see things. And then they just sit there. And the ones in the lab coats just write shit down. And those of us that don't die just lock back up again to wait until the next night.
Where did they do this? Somewhere in town. The Vipers won't let us leave, but the doctors, the ones in the lab coats, they come and they take us to this place, and we're blindfolded the whole time, but there's alliance and logos. Well, we got about 15 minutes before any reinforcements show up, so you have to leave now. Come on, I'll guide you.
What is everyone else doing at this time?
Jonathan's going to be poking around the other container.
Yeah. So Jonathan, you step up to the green container, and as Kitty tries to calm down the mass of desperate people in the blue one, you slide it open. It's almost empty. And just as you're about to turn away, you notice the red plastic footlocker right at the very back of the shipping container. You step inside and flick up the latch, lifting up the lid, and find it full to the brim with drugs. Not the drugs Doc Tate was looking for. You recognize these instantly. Doc Tate was looking for sedatives, anesthetics mostly, to aid in surgery. And sure enough, you could probably use that for this purpose, but this is not exactly what he had in mind. Inside the footlocker are several hundred doses of what you instantly recognize as Vert.
Ooh.
Vert, Jonathan, is a drug that causes whoever ingests it to be subjected to at least an hour, sometimes as many as 6 hours, of powerful hallucinations. What distinguishes Vert from other garden variety hallucinogens you can buy on the street is that if multiple people are dosed with Vert at the same time, they share the hallucination. It's often used as a means of group pacification and behavior modification.
Looking quite grim, he clicks the footlocker closed and drags it out. And mentally files away that that's probably what these poor people have been subjected to. And in the front of his brain realizes this is worth a lot of money.
It is. But technically it's Doc Tate's.
For now.
As you
Alright, it doesn't look like what we're looking for is here. I know we didn't want to brave the other two rooms to the north, but...
We can now. I mean, now that we're all going as a group. I look at the people in the shipping container, they're not moving.
They're not moving. One of them just peers back at you, eyes full of desperation and fear, and says, "If you let us out, Alliansen will know. Alliansen will know. They'll hunt us all down, and you too."
Stir your stumps and find your guts, mate. If you stay here, they're just gonna keep doing it till you die.
Make me a presence persuade check, Kitty.
No, the dice rolling declines, as usual.
What did you get?
I got like an 8.
An 8. I mean, they clearly want freedom. The DR was 8, so...
Oh, okay.
As one, they start to creep forwards, stepping out of the shipping container, silently shuffling towards you, their eyes gazing at the open doorway behind you. And as they shuffle out, it does occur to all of you, most prominently to Ghost and Jonathan, who know how corps work, that they're telling the truth. You're already stealing drugs that belong to Aliensen. Not only that, you're taking all of these people. You are stealing corporate property. And you don't know what you're going to do with these people. If you turn them loose on the street, it's likely they'll be dead within 24 hours. Either that, or rounded up by Aliensen security and taken right back into the same situation you rescued them from.
Well, I got ideas, but the main thing is to get them out of this place. And, hidden somewhere nearby for the start. So I figure we can take care of that, then come back to raid the tech depository and storage room. That's it well with the rest of you?
Sounding pretty risky to me, honestly. We've got, what, less than 15 minutes, maybe 10 before they all get here? We don't have time for this.
Well, I'll show them to the door and let them find their way out, and while they're doing that, we can raid the tech repository and storage room.
Yep.
If you can think of anything else on the fly, please feel free. This is cutting it very close.
Are any of them kids?
Quite a few of them are kids.
Kitty strips off her backpack and hands it to one of them. There's food in there. Once you get clear, chow down. You look like you need it.
The kid with dirty blonde hair, mud and blood covered face just nods wide-eyed, grabbing the backpack. And then you all begin to lead this huddled mass of desperation to freedom. You lead them out of the storage room. And do you want to go take them back the way you came, or do you want to pass through the laundry and just take them straight out the entrance lobby?
Back the way we came is probably the safest way, and it's the difference of like a minute, so it's probably not that bad.
Alright.
Passing by the laundry runs too close to the rec room, and I don't know if we can conceal a mob.
Yeah, that's probably fair. You can hear the dull bass of new rock emanating from the rec center, and so keeping the huddled mass close to you, you guide them down the hallway, past the security room, and into the dust-covered, graffiti-strewn main lobby.
While we're doing this, Ghost, could you wipe the security room tapes and shut off the cameras?
On it.
Alright. Ghost, go ahead as you step into the main lobby. And Kitty walks towards the metal door, grabs it, and slides it open, and directs the people out into the yard. You pull out your cyber deck and climb over the main reception counter. And behind the counter, there's an access node. You pull the cord from your cyber deck, plug it in, and whoosh, suddenly the run-down block of flats disappears, melting away, replaced with the alien landscape of code and data. Anything you're looking for while you're in here, Ghost?
Do you guys have any suggestions? I'm coming up blank.
Well, if you got any footage of the Alliance and doctors hauling captives away, that could be used to blackmail the Cord to not kill us.
Yeah, alright, I'll try for it.
Yeah. So you walk over a plateau of code and peer down into a valley below. You can see the glowing white spheres of data, and as you take flight, leaping off the cliff, flying through the fields of binary code towards them, you see that there is indeed past footage, and as you wave your hand in front of you, scanning through it, a hologram flickers into view in front of you, an image of 3 men with long grey hair and white lab coats branded with the Allianson logo, leading emaciated, desperate prisoners down the corridor from the storage room, holding them at gunpoint while Virid Vipers bash them with shock sticks whenever they begin to lag. If you'd like to snatch this, however, it's in a particularly well-protected part of this data node, and you'll be looking at DR15 to hack it. Otherwise, you can simply wipe the data, including this, erase all signs of your presence here with a DR12, and be done with it.
Ooh, we know somebody who'd like that information as well.
Vera Coilings might...
Probably pay.
Yeah, Vera Coilings might pay a lot for that data if you can get it. But as you sink down into the valley, Ghost, and approach the data sphere, you feel like you're being watched. You look around and you see the pinpricks of red light hidden amongst the whirling code, the unmistakable presence of black ice.
Nah, I want it.
You want it? Alright, go ahead. Knowledge Technology, DR15.
If you've got a glitch, might be a good chance to use it to lower it. Your call.
Yeah, I'm gonna lower the DR.
11.
And I rolled 15.
Lovely. You
Nice.
grin as your avatar charges forwards. Klaxons begin to ring. As black, spiky balls rise from the maelstrom of code and the black ice gives pursuit. You dodge and weave, flying through dips and valleys in the alien landscape, until you clasp your hands down on the data sphere, hoisted up above your head, and then feel yourself wrenching the cord out of the data node as the decrepit lobby materializes around you. You smile and wink to the others. Guess who got it?
Alright. Beautiful. Alright. Now for the final part of me cunning plan, we need Evans. Alive if preferable, but if it's comlink, if not. Let's go. Let's go. Tech repository first.
As you say this, the door to the dining room bursts open. 2 rent-a-cops come charging out, brandishing their weapons, and behind them, his foot falls soft on the debris. Emerges who could only be Evans. A thug, a menacing figure clad in a green leather jacket covered in intricate snake designs. The jacket is studded with metal spikes, and it's clear that he means business. His eyes are cold and calculating, and their cybernetic enhancements glint in the dim light of the lobby. At his side, he carries a hunting shotgun, ready to use it at a moment's notice. I'm just going to throw a picture of him up in Owlbear. You've been looking for Evans. You found him, mate, he says, clasping his hands together. He nods at the two men flanking him who train their weapons on you. Now, I'll give you one bloody chance. Turn over everything you found back to me, head the way you came, and I won't send the aliens and assassins after ye.
Counter-offer. Ye call Allianson, tell him the deal's off. Give us the drugs, and start running. Otherwise, whatever happens here, Allianson's gonna get the clip of ye explaining the deal to that doctor you had whacked a little earlier. The one you were selling the illicit drugs through.
He exchanges a glance with the two cops. They shoot looks back at him.
He recorded your double dealings. You were trying to screw over Alliance and lad. Do you think they wouldn't send us? And I look toward the suit. With your order, sir. I look at Jonathan. We can take him out, or we can give him a head start. What's your goal?
Yeah, Jonathan, you're the Allianson representative here. What do you say?
Jonathan dusts off his jacket and tries to rub out a little bit of the blood from the collar, and raises his rifle and takes a shot.
Okay.
I take it that means you aren't interested in my offer, says Evans as Jonathan raises the rifle. Oh well.
Or we could do that. Alright, we're doing
I'll turn your heads over to Allianson and claim the bounties myself, and then we'll round up all of those poor unfortunates. Bang! Jonathan, make me a presence firearms check.
You got him monologuing. You sly dog.
That is a 14.
14. You hit him. Roll damage.
Be funny if he's a one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
That's 3.
3. 3 reduced to 1 from his armor. And with that,
Alright.
Go ahead.
Initiative.
Initiative. Roll a d6, Jonathan. You started it.
That's a 4.
That's a 4. You guys go first. You
May I go first?
Jonathan, you've already gone, so Ghost, you're up next.
Okay.
Alright, you can take that if you want, Kitty.
Alright, Kitty, go first.
Kitty steps forward. I be having enough of this. It's been a day. She looks at him and her eyes glow as she raises a little off the ground and says,
Hey.
I call upon the power of friendship. Eat your fucking gun.
What's happening? What is happening?
So this is a presence check to activate
your nanomancy.
And 1 short. Fuck it. Glitch. Reroll. Yeah, no, never mind. I take a D point, 2 points of damage, and nothing happens.
Yep. The nanobots surge within you, but the crystals are new, not yet fully grown, and instead pain shoots down your spinal column, and you take 2 points of damage.
Oh, I rolled 1, but okay.
Oh, 1 point of damage. Yep, 1 point of damage. Alright. Paradigm.
Okay then. Well, I guess this is how we're doing it then.
Yep.
Okay, but nah. So I'm just gonna, pull out my auto gun and try and pick a fire at one of the guards.
Yep, one of the guards, go ahead.
Achoo. Plus presence plus guns. Ooh, that's 11 total.
11.
Damn.
Over here, shouts Evans as the rent-a-cop charges towards him, throwing himself behind a moth-bitten sofa. Alright, Ghost, you're up.
Yeah. Sorry, did he have any people with him?
Yeah, he's got 2 rent-a-cops.
2 rent-a-cops. Okay, do the rent-a-cops look like the kind of guys who, like they're rent-a-cops, so I assume they'd, like, just sort of give up if
They look like they're just here to... They look like they're just here to, you know, earn some money. This is just their job.
Okay. First off, Ghost is going to look at them, and they're gonna say, sorry, I'm really distracted by chat. They're gonna say like, anything he's paying you, I'll double it.
Make a presence persuasion check.
That's 12.
12. They look at each other. Evans holds out a hand and says, "Hey! She's bluffing, she is. 100 creds for you right now if you get me her head."
100? Seriously, dude?
He shrugs. It's more than they make in a week for a single night's work.
Oh, I knew I didn't like you. I don't know, I can't make a shot this turn, can I?
No, but would you like to deposit... Would you like... If you want, you can hack their retinal implants to make them believe that you've given them money.
That's what I was going to go for next.
Yeah, no, talking's a free action in most games I run, so yeah, go ahead. Make
200 then for each of them, yeah.
Knowledge technology.
Oh, for fuck's sake, it was on 20 and then it just sort of teetered over the edge to 2.
Got a glitch?
That's 6 with buffs though, but yeah.
6 with buffs. You want a glitch?
I
got
can't.
any? You got none left?
Nope.
No! Evans holds out his hand. Look! She's typing on her cybertech right now! Shoot her! The 2 cops nod and one of them says, "Alright, but 200, not 1. You've got it!
No,
You've got it! 200 it is! Let's go! Go! Go!"
I mean, at least they know what they're worth.
Evans raises his shotgun, points it right at Jonathan, and fires. Jonathan, make a DR10 because of your bodyguard.
Natural 17, which is a 20-something.
Yeah, natural 17.
Nice.
You duck behind the counter as a chunk of it goes missing, blasted by the shotgun. He grits his teeth and raises his gun, points it towards Kitty, and fires again. Go ahead, Kitty, make a DR10 agility check.
We'll see if the lucky dice roll there's any. There we go! That'll be 16.
16. You throw
17,
yourself
actually.
behind the counter next to Jonathan as another chunk of it disappears. "Get him! Get them all!" shouts Evans as the cops unload with their auto pistols. Paradigm, make me a DR10 defense.
It's plus agility, isn't it?
Yeah, agility and acrobatics.
Yeah, so 17 total.
17. You whirl and dodge as the bullets pepper the plaster wall behind you, and the final rent-a-cop raises his auto pistol and fires at Ghost. Ghost, make a DR10 agility acrobatics check.
That's hard pass, easy.
Hard pass. You slap a button on your cyber deck and cause his retinal display to glitch out, which causes him to miss you by at least a foot to your right. Alright, Jonathan, you're up.
May I preempt?
If you want, go ahead, Kitty.
Please.
Yeah, they're all clustered, so in comes a flashbang.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got that one.
You hurl the grenade over the counter into the mass of them and poof! They're now operating at -4 DR.
Alright, now Jonathan.
Now, Jonathan.
Did anybody not behind the counter get caught in the in the crossfire of that?
No, you're all behind the counter, so you're fine.
Okay.
So, Jonathan, you just got to roll 8 to hit him.
Oh, okay, sure. Why not? I'll just auto fire on them, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's see. That's a 3 on the first.
Oh.
3? Yep, so you miss. They can hear.
Oh, that was damage, sorry.
Oh, damage.
Was I not meant to roll damage?
Oh no, you have to roll the hit first.
Oh, I thought you said you just have to roll damage, so I guess roll damage. Okay,
I
I'll
said you just have to roll 8. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I misheard that.
Yep.
That is a 18.
18, nice. Who you hitting? One of the cops, or you going for Evans?
Evans.
Yeah, alright, roll the damage.
Oh, that's a 2.
2. His armor reduces it to 1. You'll have to try harder than that! He sneers somewhere in the haze of flashbang residue.
Yeah.
But you get another attack, because that was auto fire.
Yep, onto one of the cops, I guess.
Yep.
That's a 19.
That's a hit. Roll your damage.
That is a 2.
That is 2. Nice. Shoot him right center mass. He gasps and slumps over, still on his feet, but he's taken a significant wound. And you get one more attack.
That is a 16. Wow,
16.
I'm getting my good rolls now.
Yeah, that's a hit. You want to go for the same cop again or the other one?
I'll go for the other one.
Yep, alright. Go
Even
ahead, roll
spread.
damage.
That's a 1.
That's a 1. You graze his shoulder as he ducks for cover. You get another attack. Keep going,
okay.
Keep going until you miss. That's auto fire.
Oh, I thought it was just as many as there were people. Okay, I'll go again. That's a 3. That's
a
good.
3, yep.
Yeah.
They scramble for cover behind the dilapidated furniture. Not quite seeing where you're shooting from, and with the flashbang still ringing in their ears. But they know enough to get to cover. Alright. Paradigm, you're up.
Cool. I'm gonna follow Kitty's lead with a grenade of my own.
Hand grenade.
Hand grenade out!
Hand grenade out! Up to D3 targets. Go ahead, roll a D3.
The good news is it's all close range. We don't need to roll to throw them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're a bit further away, there'd be rolls, but...
Yeah, that's a 2 on the D3.
2 on the D3. Yep, so 2
2
targets. Do you want to hit Evans and a cop, or both cops?
Yeah, Evans and one of the cops.
Alright, D6 damage to both of them. Go ahead.
Six. That is a 2.
2 damage. Evan's armor does not soak any of that, so he's down 4. And the cop screams, "Shit! Shit!" As the grenade goes up, he grabs Evans and pulls him to the corner of the room, and they're pelted with shrapnel, but avoid the brunt of the damage. Alright, Ghost, you're up.
Auto fire at the big boy.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh my god, it did the same thing. That's... yeah, that's a 2.
Happens.
They throw themselves beyond the doorway into the dining room to escape from Paradigm's grenade, and you fire at them as you see them disappear behind the threshold. Powdered plaster spurts out into the air, but you fail to hit them. "Return! Return! Same to them!" shouts Evans as one of the cops steps into the doorway, unhooks a hand grenade from his belt and hurls it into the lobby.
Yep.
Ah, shit.
So that is 2 of you, and I'm going to randomly roll. We'll go Paradigm and Kitty. Are taking 6 points of damage each.
Let's see what my armor says to that.
Yeah.
Ooh, only 1, so yeah, I eat 5 points of damage.
5. How do you go, Paradigm?
I rolled 2 for armor, so that reduces it to 4, is it?
Yep, 4. 5 and 4 damage respectively as you hurl yourselves out of the way. Boom! The shockwave of the grenade sends you off your feet and pelts you with shrapnel, searing through your clothes.
Oh god, is that what that feels like?
Kettle blown across the room.
Then Evan steps into the doorway, raises his shotgun, and takes the first shot at Jonathan. Jonathan, you only need to roll a 6 to defend.
Jeez.
Fumble of 1.
Fumble of 1. Ooh. Ooh, okay.
Full damage.
It's gonna happen to somebody one day.
You guys gotta stop rolling so bad.
Evan
Yeah.
sneers as he raises the shotgun.
Any glitches left? Anyone?
You take 10 points of
pull it
damage,
out.
Jonathan, unless someone wants to glitch to reduce it to 5, cancelling the
I
botch.
only have the 2.
Yep.
I'm gonna spend my own glitch to do that.
Yep. So you
Alright.
reduce it to 5 points of damage.
Okie dokie, let's roll that armor too.
Yeah, armor.
That's a 4, so that's 1 point of
1
damage.
point of
Thank
damage.
God.
The buckshot grazes your shoulder as you take shelter from the grenade that just exploded. He raises his shotgun again. This time he aims at Paradigm. Go ahead, Paradigm. Roll a 6.
Ooh, that is a 4.
4. He blasts you for 6 points of damage.
Armor.
Yeah. Armor. Oh, it's another 2, so reducing it to 4.
4, nice. And then the final cop, who is on half his HP, is going to make a morale check. He peers out from the dining room, surveying the gunfight going on, and then he shakes his head, turns around, and kicks through one of the boarded up windows and runs off into the night.
Oh, that's fine.
Alright. Kitty, you're up.
That was one of the cops, was it, you said, sorry?
Yep, one of the cops. He failed.
Ah, cool.
He failed his morale check and just ran.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good
Well,
on him.
he's got 2 more rounds on the flashbang, so Kitty's going to draw the stun baton, run up on him, sparking it, and swing it both hands.
On Evans, go ahead.
Nice.
On Evans.
Roll 8 to hit him.
With a 10, I do. Thank you,
You
flashbang.
do hit him. Alright, roll the damage.
Only 2 points.
Only 2
But
points? He's
there's a
gonna...
strength check.
He reduces it by 1 from his armor, but he's now going to test to see if he falls. And when enemies test in Cyborg, it's just me rolling a d20 because they don't have stats. So that is a 7. He opens his mouth to say something as electricity surges up his body, and whatever he says, it's reduced to just a simple as he gasps and falls backwards, slamming onto the dirty tiles. Alright. Jonathan, you're up. There's the 1 cop left, or if you want to take a shot at Evans, since he's on the ground, you only need to roll 6 to hit him.
Let's go for Rent-A-Cop.
Rent-A-Cop,
Evans is
go
in the
ahead.
threat right now.
Yep. Roll 8 to hit him.
10.
10. Nice. Roll damage.
That is a 5.
That is a 5.
No more red cup.
Yeah, you raise your gun just as he raises his. You squeeze the trigger first. The bullets sprinkle his torso as he coughs blood and falls to the ground. Alright, Paradigm, you're up.
So is the Rent-A-Cop
Yeah, Rent-A-Cop's
dead, or
gone.
is
He's
he
dead.
gone?
The other one's fled into the night. That
Yeah.
leaves Evans on the ground if you want to try to
Target
subdue
value
him.
6 till he gets up.
Yeah, I'll... Yeah, sort of has a moment of realization, it's like, oh shit, we wanted him alive, didn't we?
Yeah.
But I'll, yeah, go over and try and...
That was kind of the old plan.
Yeah,
Plan
I'll try and...
problem.
Try and subdue him, alright?
I'll see what I can do, yeah.
Bear the flat of your machete and rush over to him, and as he starts to climb to his feet, you raise it like a baseball bat and bring it down onto him. Go ahead, roll to hit him.
Uh, 11.
11, that hits him. Roll the damage.
Yeah. Just regular machete damage, yeah?
Yep, just regular machete damage.
Yeah. Oh, it's 4 this time.
4, nice. His armor reduces that by 1, but that is enough to reduce his HP to 0. The flat of the blade strikes him right on his forehead. His eyes roll into the back of his sockets, and he falls backwards, spread-eagled, motionless. And combat is over.
Kitty looks up at you, and her face is blown completely off. There's a cracked faceplate revealing like ruined electrical components, and just crystals growing throughout her skull as she grins up and says, "Good work there."
Yeah.
Alright, by my calculations, we have like 30 seconds until reinforcements get here.
Yeah.
If we want those medical supplies, we've got to be quick. Like, quicker than
Right.
quick.
Can take a
We'll
break.
drag Evans out to the car when you disappear to make this convincing.
Yep.
You lot get on getting them supplies.
So, you charge through the laundry back into the storage room, grab the container of Vert, and charge back through the entrance, throwing it into the back seat of the lowrider. And then, as you climb into the car, and Jonathan twists the ignition chip and the engine roars to life, the huddled mass of desperates, the lost property of Alliance, and standing in front of the gate that leads out onto the street, silently waiting and watching. One of them steps forwards. Where do we go?
Down 2 blocks, then wait, and I go ahead and dial up a group lead cab, one of the cheaper one-way transports. What do you call them?
Yeah, Super Uber.
I'll
Wait,
dial up a Super Uber for all of them. How many creds is that?
So for all of them, there's like 20 people here. So the price immediately flashes up on the screen. Beep, 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 beep. 50 creds.
Alright. I'll pay it in a heartbeat.
You watch and wait until the hulking behemoth that is the automated bus comes bearing down the street, and it hisses tss as it comes to a stop in front of the gate. You spared just enough time to watch as the people begin to huddle aboard, and then Jonathan slams his foot on the pedal and screams the lowrider down the street just as another identical green Virid Viper car speeds around the corner into the residential district, making its way towards the drug den. They pass you, you pass them. They look out of the window, meeting your eyes as you pass, catching sight of Paradigm and Ghost wearing their Virid Viper leathers. They smile and flash a thumbs up. Alright. As you scream away into the night, the job...
Did Evans have...
Yep,
Yeah,
go
sorry,
ahead. Go ahead.
Did Evans have a comm?
Well,
I'm
he's
betting
got
you
the
wouldn't have done
standard...
Alliance in business.
He's got
with
the
this.
standard retina implant, but you imagine Alienson probably contacts him through a more private channel.
See, me plan
Also,
was to have him email his contacts and say, I can't take what you're doing to these poor people anymore. I've set him loose and canceling the deal. Don't come for me or I'll release the blackmail I got on.
So, you drive
Okay.
a couple of blocks away and park the car up in the parking lot of an old laundromat and making sure the coast is clear. Kitty, you direct the car into a nearby alleyway, pop the trunk, and shake Evans till he comes round, his bleary eyes open. Did you... What do you want with me? Just take Alien's shit and get out of here.
Ghost monitors traffic to make sure he's doing this legit. I say as I shove a shotgun up under his nose. Here's the mail you're gonna want to send to Alienson.
Repeat
No, go
after
ahead.
me, you read. You say as you hand him the piece of paper. Go ahead, go ahead and make for me
Persuade.
a presence intimidate check.
Oh. Well, I don't have. Yeah, 7.
7. Well, you've got him in a boot. You've got a shotgun up to his face, and you've completely destroyed his operation. DR was 6.
Okay.
He nods, he wrenches the paper from your hand, and he recites the mail. I can't take it anymore. What we're doing to these people. I've seen some mad shit on the streets, but nothing like this. I give up, and just so you know, if you're sending any of your goons after me, I'll be waiting, me and all the Vipers. And then he presses the button on his retinal implant. Ghost looks over her shoulders, gives you a nod and a thumbs up.
Excellent. Good night. Shock stick again.
Ah! The Vipers will... You don't know who you're fucking with. As he passes out, you slam the boot shut. Now.
And if he didn't have kids in there, then he'd wake up in his skivvies in the Barrens. But he had kids in there, so let's swing by a river on the way out.
Who's in
As Kitty
agreement?
sharpens her machete.
what size jacket was he wearing?
Yeah, take his jacket.
Oh, and then by the
He might
sounds,
have
it's
some
better
good
armed than mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might have some good loot.
Yeah, Paradigm just... Before you shut the boot, Paradigm just comes up and says, I'm not contesting the river thing, I just want his jacket. He lifts it up.
Oh yeah.
Paradigm, you get his
That's funny
shotgun, no spare clips for it. Go ahead and roll me a d6.
That's 2.
2. He was ready for you to loot him. You reach into his pocket and retract your hand, blood's pouring down the palm. There's a broken shiv in his pocket. But nothing
Done
else.
that again.
No. As you carefully extract the broken shiv, you find a cred stick lying at the bottom of his pocket. His latest payment from Alienson for his service. Without thinking, you slot it into your retinal implant. The number lights up on screen. Plus 300. Ding, 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 ding. Tinkling into your account.
We're watching it drain. Kind of look at him. That's 75 apiece, split 4 ways.
Yeah.
Please.
Paradigm just sighs, reaches up to his ear, presses the button, and that big juicy 300 Paradigm, it turns into a 75 instead that begins to count down. Ding, 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 ding.
Thank you.
Now,
It is a pretty sweet jacket, though. It do be sweet.
so, before Jonathan gets the engine started again, and before you pass by a river to make sure Evans doesn't see the light of day, you place a call to Doc Tate. His face pops up on your retinal implant, illuminated by the dim light of whatever computer terminal he's staring at. He yawns, accentuating the age lines on his face. He says, "Well, how'd it go? Job done?"
Good news and bad. Do you mind if I talk, or you want to explain, or you want to chime in as I go? I look at the team. Alright.
Hey, you go ahead.
So basically, we raided the place, but all we found was about, 100 doses of that vert stuff?
Vert? I was looking for sunset chalk or red juice.
But we also got 2 choice pieces of information about Alliance and the Virid Vipers. And, Ghost, could you send the clips across? And probably the clip of how Evans was cheating cheating Alliance and the clip of Alliance and scientists herding the refugees out.
Garth will send just the bare minimum footage necessary.
Yeah, just a shot of the refugees being let out and not much else, because you want to sell the rest to Vera Coilings.
Yeah, you got me.
We're thinking of making that second one viral.
His eyes light up. Oh! Well, I'll tell you what. I'll take the vert. I can make it work. Might have to resort to some higher dosage, a little bit of tinkering here in the clinic, but, look. Vert can work in a pinch. So we'll divide it up. How many did you say there were? About 100 doses? I'll take 90, you guys get 10. Sell it on the street, do whatever you want with it.
Alright.
As for this juicy footage, well, looks like Alliansons advanced their timetable on Project Old Gods. He smiles, making it clear he knows more than he's letting on. I'll have to look into some things. Either way, if it's true, you've just put a nasty spanner in their operation, and they're going to be out for blood. Good news is, there's going to be plenty more work for you. Bad news is, well, from this point onwards, we're pretty much declaring war on the Corp.
We may have diverted them temporarily. That fellow named Evans, we had him send an email about how he couldn't take it anymore and was letting the subjects loose and going public with his knowledge.
It'll buy you some time, he says.
Aye.
Don't get me wrong. Corps aren't as stupid as you think they are. They'll go after Evans, they'll go after the Vipers, but it won't take long for them to find out the Vipers aren't involved. As long as you've made sure none of this shit traces back to me, we've got time. We've got time to bide, time to lick our wounds, and for me to decide how I want to handle this. Oh! The refugees. I suppose you neutralized them?
Actually, I've sent them to some place that might be temporarily safe.
Christ!
Maybe safer in the long
You didn't
term.
bloody well rescue them out of there, did you?
Yes.
He shakes
Yes,
his
I
head. They're all gonna be implanted with Alienson tracking chips, you fucking idiots!
Oh, it's a good place. I sent them to... Good thing I sent them to the edge of Ground Zero, then.
He nods. I better not hear anything about him. If I do, it'd be a shame if such a thing were to come in between us after we've developed this lovely working relationship.
Don't you worry about it.
Alright, he says. Drop the Verd off when you can. 500's into your account for your debts, plus 200 spending money. He winks.
Nice.
Till we meet again.
One last thing, Tate.
Yep.
I suppose some other good news for you. How much would the 2 doses of Sunset Chalk be for you? To you?
Sunset Chalk. Ah, the stuff I was actually looking for.
Hey.
He crunches the numbers. Excuse me. These finally came. He crunches the numbers in his head. And he says, Sunset Chalk. Viper's pretty much got a monopoly on that. I'll give you 40 creds per dose right now.
Tate, come on.
Make me a presence persuade check.
We must die.
Are you joking? We didn't get his drugs, and you're trying to, like, break his arm for some extra. You're lucky to get any work after this.
I just grin under my mask.
If you want to push it, presence persuade. Or streetwise, if you want to, say, this stuff's worth much more on the street.
I don't have streetwise, so just presence.
I can chime in if you'd like.
Yeah, what do you want to say, Ghost?
To that effect. Yeah.
Alright, Ghost, you can go ahead and roll a presence streetwise then.
That's 14.
So am I not rolling then, or is it?
Yeah, no, you're not rolling. 14. Tate bares his teeth. Alright, look. If I want to get any more of that stuff, I'm going to have to go through the Vipers, who, after tonight, are definitely not going to want to have anything to bloody do with me, or you guys, for that matter. Or I'm going to have to pay 200% on the street. Alright. 100 creds for both, take it or leave it.
That sounds a bit more acceptable.
You got it, he says. The number blinks on your screen as he smiles. You guys are bleeding me dry, but hey, you get shit done. And that's something that's hard to come by in this godforsaken city.
Hey.
You guys have a well-deserved rest. Until next time. He smiles and his image fades away. It's at this point, Ghost, that you covertly send a message to Vera Coilings. You attach the 2 pieces of paid data. How do you compose the message?
Okay, remind me exactly what the data I was sending is.
So you've got footage of you entering the facility and rescuing the refugees, or the people who are in the shipping container, and you've got footage of Alienson doctors leading them out of the room. And also all the footage you recorded of when you were rescuing them and what they were saying about being, subjected to the Vert. For whatever reason, Alienson would wish to do this.
Okay, Ghost is gonna see first, like, what Vera offers, but so they're just gonna say, juicy stuff.
You get a message back very quickly. Vera appears on the screen, looking fine as usual in her figure-hugging black dress, her chrome implants gleaming in the flashing neon light of whatever club or bar she's hitting up tonight. She winks Juicy stuff, Ghost. Juicy stuff. And hey, the collective I'm part of happens to be looking into something going on with Arlianson. How much do you want?
No. It doesn't work like that. You gotta offer first.
300 creds, she says. For both.
500.
400.
Or 70.
450, she says,
Deal.
smiling. You got it. You upload the footage, and she receives it instantly, and you can see by the look on her face as she smiles that it's playing before her eyes. I knew giving you that test was a good idea, Ghost. And hey, if Arlianson's doing this sort of shit to people and they got the Vipers roped in, well, we might have a job for you, if you're interested.
Alright. I'm on listening.
She says, we've been noticing there's a lot of vert flooding the streets recently. Thought the Vipers were behind it. And, well, it's clear now that you've sent the footage that Arlianson's tied up in it somehow. And we don't know what they're doing, but there's some odd rumours floating around the web, and we want to put a stop to it, whatever it is, for the good of Psy and all. So, I've got some hackers in my collective that are tracing where the vert's coming from. And, well, Arlianson's using the stuff, sure, but they don't manufacture drugs. That's Viper business through and through. Somewhere out there, there's a Viper factory, and they're flooding the streets with this shit. We find where it is, I'll offer a sizable payment if you and your crew go take it out. The factory and whoever's running the whole thing. And I'll pay extra for any intel you scrounge up.
Ghost is gonna relay this and say, what do you guys think?
I mean, yeah, we're pretty much serpent non grata at this point. I'm for pissing them off for a better payment than the last few jobs we've been offering, for sure.
You got it.
Depends on what the payment is and what the factory actually makes.
Vera says, I'll get back to you on that one. She winks as she looks over her shoulder as someone calls her name, and she shouts, yeah, pour me a drink. I'll be there in a sec.
Besides, drugs be bad.
She sighs. Look,
So,
I gotta get this footage to the people that count. They're gonna have to dig up some loose ends, and I'll get back to you. Look, I ain't gonna leave you to hang out and dry. I ain't gonna leave you hanging out to dry. I'll pay you what I think the job's worth, and a job like this, it's gonna be worth a lot. She winks. Go. Enjoy yourselves for a few days. I'll get in touch with you. Through that Ivan, your fixer, right? I've got his number. I know where to find you. She winks, smiles. Until then.
right?
And with that,
See you, Vera.
you wave as she disappears. And with that, you all breathe a sigh of relief. Job done. And another job queued up ready to go. In addition to whatever Doc Tate's planning now that you've dropped all this info on his lap. Sure, you didn't get what he was looking for. And you turned what was supposed to be a simple requisition job into a bloodbath.
Yeah.
Oh,
But you got
the
him
dice did that.
The dice.
Totally
But-
did do it.
Well, was due to a twist of fate. But
Yeah.
you got him drugs that he can use in a pinch. And he considers it a job well done. And so, as Jonathan turns the ignition chip once more, and the green car roars off down the main street of Underjon, an ad rolls over in the ever-present ad feed in the sky. Introducing Mind Meld, the ultimate control solution. Are you tired of dealing with difficult employees, unruly citizens, or stubborn rebels? Do you want to be the master of your own destiny and control those around you with ease? Then Mind Meld is the solution you've been searching for. With Mind Meld, you'll never have to worry about resistance or disobedience again. Our state-of-the-art mind control software will give you the power to manipulate the thoughts and actions of anyone you desire. Whether you need to ensure your employees are working to their full potential, or want to put a stop to those pesky protests, Mind Meld has you covered. And the best part...
I'm starting to think I don't... Sorry, go on.
Yep. And the best part, Mind Meld is completely undetectable. No one will know that you're controlling their every move, allowing you to operate in secrecy and maintain the illusion of free will. Mind Meld. From Alienson. Empower your world. Use at your own risk. The manufacturer will not be held responsible for negative consequences resulting from the use of this software.
I'm starting to think I don't like these corporal guys.
Oh, now you start to think they're not so great.
Yeah, I'm getting an inkling.
And with that, we fade out and end this week's session. Well done, guys. 500 to your debts, 200 spending money, plus a level up.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. Quick question.
Yep.
Those 10 doses of Vert that he left us. I'm guessing since it's kind of flooding the streets right now, it's a bit cheaper than the usual.
Yeah, it's
price
not
of
going to go
Diablo,
for
right?
350 creds.
All
It'll
right.
go for like a tenth of that, 35 creds.
Jesus.
Oh, but that's 35 times 10, so back up to 350.
Yeah.
So.
So 350, and you can divide it amongst yourselves.
Ah.
Oh, yeah, you're basically a billionaire. So,
Yeah.
level up as per usual. However, as this is level 3, and I'm offering this every second level up, you may also...
honestly-
Yep.
Sorry. Yash, given that you've been, like, hawking data and keeping this stuff, I'm thinking it's okay if we split up the Vert without you, if that's alright.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, go
right.
ahead.
Ghost doesn't feel great about that, but I'm okay with it.
350 by
Alright.
3. Alright. So, as you
Okay.
level up this time, you may roll a d6 to get a random new ability from your class.
Ooh.
So for you, Ghost, that's a new app that you create. For you, Paradigm, that's a new nano mutation. For you...
What was the roll, sorry?
So just a d6 on your class to get a random new class feature.
Alright.
And I will offer this
For me-
every second level up.
I rolled
For
a
me,
1.
it's something weird.
Alright, so you get... so...
The way and hammer?
Yeah, the way and hammer.
Alright, yeah.
That's what you get. You manage to craft a new app in between now and next session.
Very
Is
nice.
that the D6 from the nanometer thing?
Yep, which gives you...
With the weird other things?
Yep. Hopefully not another mouth.
I have 2 mouths there now. Also, would anyone kick up a stink if Paradigm just took the 100 for the 2 sunsets?
No, it's fine.
Yeah, Paradigm can take it. Yeah. And so, with
I'm assuming
that...
basically this is just an easier hack.
Yeah,
basically.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. Well, the weight and hammer, what does it do? It has...
It activates things.
Oh no, I want you to... Not that one. I want you to roll on the burned hacker
Oh,
page.
oh,
Yeah.
then I got provoke a Psy Rage test for one nearby target.
Ooh, terror.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Oh, that's a nasty one.
Yeah.
Can confirm that's nasty.
So,
Yeah.
I like that one more.
Sorry, also, what was the credits from the drugs again? The Vert?
so for the Vert, it's 350 for all 10 doses, divided by 4.
Yeah.
Divided by 3, because, you know, Ghost got her pay data. Right.
Yeah.
So, Project New Gods. What is it? What does it entail? Why is Alienson experimenting with behavioral modification? Well, I mean, it's a corporate dystopia, why wouldn't they be? But how does this tie into Project Old Gods? And
That's alright.
how is what was happening in the Viper drug den related to it? Is this merely a precursor of something? Is this a precursor of something horrible? Or just another example of corporate exploitation? We'll find out in the next episode of Cyborg.